Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Good day to the future. We just woke up. We ate a quick bowl of cereal, made a cup of coffee. And in about 20, 30 minutes, we're going to be watching Games of the Future. Sorry, I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs, but it is about 4:18 a.m. I'm surprised that it's been a while, guys. It's been a while since since I've been back to streaming this early in the morning, this late at night, however you want to call it. Oof. Seems so quiet in this house. All right. I have both streams. Hold on. Let me pull this off. Let's put this over here. Let's put this here. Pop out chat. We need some like background music or something. It seems so quiet. So quiet. We have two feeds. I don't know which games are on which feed, but we have both feeds ready to go. Hopefully Aura won't choke. This is true. Up against Vamos, I don't think they should. I don't think that should be a thing. Like I don't think there's any way. Pretty big tournament too, $1 million. A lot of money going into these teams nowadays. Oh, got my bluey pajamas on, guys. Rudra Paul, what's up? Sad. All right. Get rid of this. I need to clean up my desktop. I got so many things open right now. All right, boys and girls. Time to hype it up. It's time to hype it up a little bit, you know? Oof. Oh, man. I feel good, though. I feel much better. I was laying in bed. I woke up. Alarm went off at 4. I think I hit snooze. I was laying in bed like, man, skip this morning. I could skip this stream. I think I slept for like 2 or 3 hours and then woke up for this. I was like, man, I could skip this. Luckily, I don't go into work until 3 p.m. and I'm completely free this morning. So we're going to watch. How many? We're going to try. What are the timings of these? Are these best of group stage? They're BO3s. Okay. So BO3s. We're going to try to watch both series, right? Like that's the goal, I think. We're going to try to watch 2 series tonight. So confused. What do we try to watch? Is it 4 series? It's because Renmore. What's up, bro? Welcome, welcome. Hello, sir. Hola, senor. Group A and C handled by Stream A. Group B and D handled by Stream B. And they'll bounce. So it'll be Group A, Game 1. Group C, Game 2, Game 1. There's actually 4 series today until 10:45. So 6 hours. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. Four series for each broadcast. I have both broadcasts ready to go. I set this up before I even went to sleep earlier. English, feed B and feed A. Ready to go with a couple of G's. Wolf and Nisu on stream A. Remar and you on stream B. Nice. What games are which? Let's see again. How many hours to start? It starts in like 20 minutes. 20 minutes, not even, something like that. This says 35 minutes. Stream starts in 20, to be exact. Stream starts in 20. Games start in 30. That's about where we're sitting at right now. So many ML tourneys. The life we choose to live, guys. You know what's been bothering me though? Or is it this side that needs to go up? Yeah, it's that side. Second, guys. My camera's crooked and it's been bothering me. There we go. Much better. Y'all probably don't even notice that shit, but I notice it. My PH only has one team if TLPH withdrew who replaced their slot. PH only has one team in this? I haven't. Aurora and ONIC. What do you mean? PH has 2 teams. This is ONIC Philippines. No, that's not ONIC Indo. Kyrie? Oh, no. I was thinking Kelra for some reason. Yo, that's crazy. I saw the K. I clicked on it earlier too and was like, oh shit. Wonder why TLPH withdrew. There's only one PH team? And this is what, this is, Team Falcons from Middle East. Oh shit, man. That's crazy. That's actually kind of crazy. Actually, a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, so it was kind of a choice between C games and they chose C games. Good for them. C games is more like country important, right? Like obviously the prize pool possibilities were bigger for this, but C games is more like, hey yo, we gotta get that gold. We gotta get that gold, son. That medal. for the people. What the people want. It's for the culture, you know? Holy crap. I might just leave that like that, honestly. For the culture, man. For the culture, guys. I'm kind of hungry, yo. Like, this tournament, let's be real, this tournament's for the money. Remar, this is all, this 100% for that bag, yo. You guys are remote broadcast? All right, boys. Let's pump up. We need some music. We need some, like, sweet background music. Copyright free beats, baby. Like hip hop beats, not lo-fi beats. Don't try my life. Lowercase hip hop beats. That's the most important part, guys. Alright, I should have put instrumentals. Now we're vibing. Good morning, guys. Welcome. This is the 4 a.m. show right before Games of the Future. Games of the Future, so get what you're used to. It's me on the beat when I do it. So, let me drink my coffee, please. Oh, she's. It's just me and I'm back in the beat. I gotta feast, I gotta eat, I gotta show you it's me. That's T to the R to the E to the X, that's Trex. He's just the best, get the shit off my chest. And oh man, I think I got a plan. Oh damn, going ham, I'm going in again and again on the beat. Oh she, oh me. Let me take a breath. I took a breath, then I go back and I took a breath, then I go back and I see your girl and I go back and now drop the beat one more time, let me show you that. Oh man, oh damn. Go reversal this time, I go rehearsal this time. I said I don't drop these bars, there's no rehearsal this time. I hit the vape and then I out the fine. I'm just playing. Still early. My brain's not working. I saw your girl. You know I'm flirting. I drink my coffee like I'm thirsty. Shit. We're just joking, guys. We're just joking. We're just fucking around. Relax. Relax. This beat goes kind of hard, though. The beat goes kind of hard, though. It's just the pre-show, guys. It's just the pre-show. This is the pre-show. I hit him with the free throw from the 3-point line, cause you know that this is where we go. From the back of the bus to the front, I had the shit bumping when I know I gotta jump. Who's my top 5 rappers? I don't know. Oof. Top 5 rappers. Well, Weezy's gotta be there. Don't forget my Wayne. Weezy's gotta be there, so don't forget his name. Eminem's a white boy, but you can't forget his name. And then you got your boy J. Cole, and don't forget Kenny K. Dot, whatever you call him, that's the fate. Probably like Lil Wayne, Kendrick, J. Cole, M, and number 5. These are in no particular order, if I do say so myself. Twista? I'm sorry, I'm not putting Twista in my top 5. I'm sorry. If we're gonna put like a speed, I'm gonna put Tech 9 before I put Twista. I'm gonna put Tech 9 way before I put Twista. If anything, I might put Tech 9 in my top 5. Dre is a rapper or producer? What's better? Dre is a producer, bro. Kanye West honestly almost deserves a spot. Like, when I think about it, when I think about the amount of Kanye songs I know and the amount of Kanye songs that I like to, and I'm not talking about, we're talking about, like, for me, my personal, like, who do I love to listen to? And I'm not just going off pure skill here. I'm also going off, like, yeah, I put Tech 9 above Twista, man. On like terms of like just speed rap, flow, cool, like, yeah. The hell is this shit? Bro, the boom bap beats, bro. You gotta go with the boom bap beats. Bro, now we're too boom bop though. We're too slow. Very so line. The Harry Potter movie, I just cursed your line. Some shit like that. Been on a Harry Potter kick lately because I've been rewatching some of the movies with the girl because she's never watched them before. So we've been like grinding through all of the movies, which in turn means I've been getting some Harry Potter stuff on my YouTube feed, which in turn means I've been watching random Harry Potter content like HP Theory. It's a YouTube channel, and they cover like this, for example, or Super Carlin Brothers, how spells are created in Harry Potter film theory. So now I'm getting a bunch of like Harry Potter, who taught Dumbledore and why was he so powerful? Harry Potter theory. So yeah, that's been on my YouTube. Do you guys ever just like go through random phases of watching different types of YouTube videos? I do. For the next month or so, I'll just have nothing, like 40% of my feed will probably be Harry Potter stuff. And then there'll be some new thing that I get into, and I will binge watch content on that for a while. My YouTube has seen dark things. Check what's going on. No cans of Dr. Pepper were harmed in the making of that beat. Hey! Out of your mind? Why do you keep wanting to scratch my chair? Go. This chair costs more than your lifetime. Daddy paid a lot of money for this chair. Bolt the Gaming, what's up? Just got here. You casting M7, sir? We'll see. Stay tuned, mother lovers. Got 10 minutes to Games of the Future. Oh, shit. Good timing. Hey, okay, Games of the Future. Okay, GOT. We get A-Rap money. You guys remember that song? You guys remember that song? Probably not. We get A-Rap money. That was Busta Rhymes and somebody. Who was that? It was just Busta Rhymes. We getting A-Rap money. We getting A-Rap money. No, you guys don't remember that song? That shit went hard. Pat, you're not allowed back here, yo. No, go. What's my plan for the holidays? Work my ass off. That's my plan. And try to stream as much in between. That is it, bro. That is it. Is it a really distorted clip? I think the idea of that beat was for it to sound like a clip. Like a gun clip, but the reality is it's just a pop. Maybe they didn't even know. That's definitely a can popping. It said. Okay, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. All right, boys and gals. We're almost there. What games do we want to watch? That's the real question. Do we want to watch, has anyone watched Welcome to Dairy yet? Are we watching Royer vs. Vamos? Oh. Start a poll. Or ONIC ID versus Homeboys. So these are the first two matches. We got to pick one. Which one do we watch? I'll let the people decide. Abu Dhabi. From the heart of Abu Dhabi. From the game that was brought in the future. From the makers of Back to the Future, in the heart of Abu Dhabi. We welcome Games of the Future. Yo. Epstein files are supposed to drop today. just to remind you guys. America's going to be in shambles in about the next 48 hours. Or that shit's going to be so redacted that it doesn't even matter. Pat, go. Stop. Like, what's your dealio? Yeah. I can't be behind my computer and stuff. We have to come to an agreement here. What's the point of releasing it? It's going to be redacted like hell. It's a great point. Finn Wolfhard is the one person who defeated. Vecna or Pennywise, guys. Has anyone watched Welcome to Derry? Heard good things about it? Thinking about watching it? Am I excited for the Divinity game? Trailer kind of hype? I don't know. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes. And counting. 4 minutes and counting, boys. Mirko alive? Mirko, you don't gotta go live, bro. Share the love. Share the love, man. Don't have to do it, bro. Are you excited for new Divinity game? I just read that comment. 2.5 minutes, guys. 2.5 minutes. We getting A-Rap money. What are we looking like? We're looking like ONIC ID versus Homeboys. Yo, Trex, are you going to Indonesia to cast M7? Guys, stay tuned and figure out. I'll tell you what game I am excited for. Team Spirit versus RQ. Should be a good game. This Aurora versus Mythic. This is the Turkey Aurora, right? This should be a good game too. A lot of decent games actually tonight, honestly. I think this is my highlight game of the day. Spirit vs. RQ. So 3 teams advance, right? Bracket final. Loser advances, but they go to the play-ins. Only the first place team doesn't go to play-ins. I got it. First place team goes to playoffs. 3 other teams go to play-ins. So only 1 team gets knocked from each group. All right, predictions. Group A. Bro, where's Verso Time from? Where are they even from, bro? Are they another EECA team? Sounds like an EECA team. Cool. Influence Rages are some smack talkers. We know that, right? Aren't they the ones from South America that like almost got in a fight with the other team in the grand finals of MPL Latam? And we finally get to see Japan play on an international stage. So this is kind of hype. Bro, imagine making this the year that NA just completely falls apart. Like, pretty sure we would have got an invite to this. It was in Middle East. They invited 2 South American teams, or a South American team, a Japan team. We would have got an invite to this. Imagine making this the year that BTK decides to go AWOL and just get crazy and go to HOK. I'm sorry. I say I would have broke the HOK contract. I would have been like, yeah, whatever. Why would you sign HOK? Money, bro? For money? We're worried about money? You guys are big streamers. Who's worried about money?
Familiar names, some maybe a little bit newer to the scene, but definitely there's going to be a lot of players today that a lot of our viewers are going to be very familiar with.
That's right. And for me and yourself personally, we are going to be dealing with Group B and Group D. And definitely one of the reigning champions of MLBB are in our presence. And I am very happy to see are actually first on the docket for us today.
Yep, it's going to be ONIC versus Homeboys to open up our day, followed by Aurora Gaming and Mythic Seal, Yanfeng Yao Guai and Influence Rage for the third match, and Team Max
ONIC versus Homeboys
Zeta Division. So when we say global, we aren't kidding. It's actually featuring teams not just from Southeast Asia, but also from the EECA, even Latin America in there as well. And of course,
ONIC versus Homeboys,
returning region to the global stage in Japan.
I think that's what we're going
later
with.
on. But our first match of the day here for this stream is ONIC versus Homeboys. And for those wondering, yes, we also have
stream with Mirko.
Wolf
I don't know,
and
probably
Nice who are
not
accompanying you. So if you want to be able to catch both matches on your screens, feel free to also watch Stream A alongside Stream B. But if you're an ONIC fan and a Homeboys fan, this is the stream where you need to be in right now. It's an Indonesian team against a Malaysian team, and this Indonesian team is 100% going to be
they lost like 80% of their viewers.
One of the teams to look out for,
and now they're signed under like a hardcore contract because they can't even stream ML. At least before, they could stream HOK here and there.
Sands in mid.
They could stream other stuff here and there. Just not before a big event.
We're going to be getting
like, damn, bro. They got sucked into that money bag.
We may be getting jungler Skylar. We are going to confirm once
just
we
to
head
go
into the
lose
draft
on a fucking in a tournament,
but
get last place in a
what
tournament.
are the repercussions of this if this is
Crazy.
actually the lineup of ONIC that we're going to be getting?
I actually think that Kyrie has had experience in so many lanes. So a lot of people, a lot of fans will probably regard Kyrie as a god of MLBB already. So I'm honestly, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be accurate. But if it does happen in that way, I would not be surprised if ONIC still kind of comes out on top.
They're playing in the box,
Honestly,
bro.
ONIC,
They're playing in the
ONIC
box.
Indonesia, they have been on fire since their really scary or really dominating performance in their own grand finals.
Yeah, not just in MPL ID Season 16. They are the back-to-back champions.
All just
of
for a bag,
Indonesia, and
boys.
One of the top teams to really
All for a
look forward
bag.
to for the upcoming
All for a bag. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button.
World
It's highly
Championship.
appreciated.
And just when we thought that we wouldn't end 2025 without a big global tournament to close out the year as our World Championship,
122
the bid
votes.
gets moved
It's
to
still all
January
ONIC
of
ID versus
next year.
Homeboys. That's what we're
Well,
watching,
of course,
guys.
Here we are now at GOF. So it seems like, based on the lineup, Sans is there. So we might not be getting the crazy shuffle that we saw on the screen. I still see Sans there. I still see Kyrie. I believe this is Skylar right in front of the camera. So they are going at it full force. It really looks like we're going to be getting the full actual
this is-
five-man lineup of ONIC that we are used to seeing. But now, let's look on over to Homeboys, where we see Amal,
No,
Izanami, Melky,
Kyrie was
Daniel,
there.
and Kaden, a name that
I think
I'm
they
not
just
too
messed
familiar
up on
with.
their,
Maybe one of the team members of the team that they want to get a little bit more
Really hope to see you in
playing
Jakarta.
time.
I hope so
That's
too.
true.
You should.
Obviously, a lot of these are very much.
You should see me.
You know, people you were used to seeing. Sometimes, for Homeboys though, obviously, they're definitely reeling from their own playoffs in MPLMY. I've had a lot of fun watching and following that.
You should see me. You should
Despite,
see me.
You know,
Let's just say.
all of us know
Good possibilities.
Kind of
There's good
dominate
possibilities.
that playoffs that they had. But Homeboys, they were no slack. I mean, I really love how they actually caught up around halfway through the season. And I think I loved watching
Games of the Future never does me
Homeboys
wrong.
play, regardless
Last
of,
year when I
the
streamed
direct
Games of the
results
Future,
of their own playoffs.
best stream I
of
think I've
course,
ever had.
Homeboys of
We were hitting like
early to
multiple
mid
thousands of viewers.
2025
We did
definitely had a much better
250K on that
performance
stream.
overall compared to Homeboys
250K
of the
views
second half
after.
of 2025.
And
However,
if
it
you guys
has
don't
not
recall,
changed that they are
about
still one
2
of
or
the
3
more
weeks ago,
exciting
we started
teams to watch
streaming again on
in
this. We
MPL
started
Malaysia.
streaming
Got a
again
few
after
words
like
in with the
multiple months
caster
of
there,
break.
Husky, where he did
We were
mention
hitting like
Homeboys, especially playing around their roamer Daniel, who
20
is, by the
viewers,
way, an
da da da
import
da.
from
But we've been
RRQ
grinding,
Koshi.
guys, to get you guys
Very
back in here. We've been
tempo-based, in your face, and he
being
really
old
doesn't hesitate
faithful,
to
streaming all
full
this stuff.
Something
And
that
tonight in Games of the Future, we're already at like 150
aligns
viewers. So thank you
very well
guys
with the
for everyone who's
playstyle
been
of
sticking back
his
around, coming
laning
back in, tuning back in,
counterpart
yada yada yada
Kiboy,
yada
the
yada.
roamer
We appreciate
for
it.
ONIC Indonesia. So usually for Homeboys, the lineup that we're used to seeing is Daniel in the roam, Izanami in mid lane, Reza in EXP, Melcutie in gold, and Amal in jungle. Maybe
Monkey.
again, we'll
Exactly,
confirm
bro.
once we head into
Early
the
bird
game
catches the
itself.
worm.
We'll see if the shift.
That's why we
actually
started early
happens in
today.
the EXP lane where it is Reza.
If not, I
coming
would have started
out.
after Mirko
And, interested
and had
to
like
see if
nada.
that happens because I was told that Reza is like the father figure of the team. He's the guy regulating
Reza.
emotions and telling everyone to, yo, chill out, guys. You don't need to get overhyped just yet.
Which is very interesting, right? He's like one of the more recent acquisitions
Oh,
as well,
my neck hurts.
if I'm correct. Daniel definitely came in around September for Homeboys, where again, it's starting to become Indonesian imports is becoming the meta in some
Hans is
regions
there,
in
right?
Southeast Asia. And
So
I
what,
love
we
to
got
see that because RRQ's playstyle
Kyrie with the
differs a
bro. Is
lot
my guy is my
from
guy
how some
ginger right
NY
now, bro?
teams would start to play.
We got Keyboy.
So I love what I'm seeing here.
Is that
Obviously,
Skylar right here up front?
Excited to see this iteration
Loopy in
of
the back.
Homeboys where what
And then isn't that Sans in the middle?
I can kind of expect a lot.
Yeah,
of
Sans
stuff.
in the middle. Yeah, it's the full lineup. It's the
From
lineup.
Homeboys right now. For some reason. But yeah, definitely fun to see this evolution. But man, what do you think about them facing off against ONIC Indonesia on their first run? That's I don't know. That's a pretty high mountain to climb, you know.
Yeah, to say that going up against Indonesia is going to be a tough test is already an understatement. I mean, globally, the mid trio of ONIC and ONIC as a whole, but I really want to focus on the mid trio here of Kiboy, Sans, and Kyrie. They're touted as one of the world's
What I
best.
do like about
We
all these
know
tournaments
superhero
before
franchises
M7
always have
is we get a
trio
good
heroes
idea
to
of,
really
like,
look at. On one end, you got like
we
Superman,
get a
Batman,
full
Wonder Woman,
idea
or
of like
Thor,
what meta
Iron
is going
Man,
to kind of
Captain
look like.
America. those three, Rome, Kiboy, and Kiboy, Sans,
And we're getting to
Kyrie,
see a lot of
they're
these
like the
teams that are going to be
superhero trio
playing,
for ONIC. But
which
of
means
course,
we get
it
a good
doesn't mean
idea
to
of
say that
like
we're
how
undermining the
everyone's going to be doing.
performances of Lutfi and Skylar
For example,
as well as the entry of
especially some of the
Skylar
off-brand
in
teams,
ONIC
like we get to
Indonesia
see
Rock
Zeta
Hard has
Division,
really
we get to
changed
see Team
the
Spirit
Just when we
play.
thought that they couldn't get any better, they got even better with Skylar coming in.
Which is funny because because CW is already such a strong player on that lane, and then despite sometimes missing out on some clutch moments, we've all seen it.
There's going to be a
he's
patch for
definitely
Form
one of the
7.
more
I don't think
stable,
it's huge,
one
though.
of the most spicy
I haven't gone over it.
gold laners in Indonesia, and again, I really was surprised to see Skylar, but it was a pleasant surprise, and it feels like it does match
We
up
got the new
to the
hero.
tempo of Kyrie, alongside
There is a decent amount of
one of the
changes.
most aggressive roamers probably in the world, Kiboy, where famously gets his
Patch drop
toes
today.
banned out in some
Okay,
tournaments.
I have it. I
it
have the
feels like
notes
such
in
a
front of
great
me.
mix, and that's why they're
Freya
just
buff.
scary representation for
Jushin
Indonesia
gets
so far.
a
Great
balance.
mix, great way
Liam
to
Ward
put
buff.
how Skylar has
Angela
seamlessly
balance.
blended
Rafaela
in
buff.
with ONIC this year,
Estes
and
buff,
just
Lolita
seems like
buff.
he's been part of the team for
Tigreal buff,
multiple years,
Johnson
even though
buff.
this
Are
is
they
really his
playing on the
first main
patch?
full year with the team. Of course, also you mentioned CW, who seems like, based on the player cams, and of course his participation with the team in MPL Indonesia Season 16, is that he's sort of gone backseat. Maybe he's at this point an unofficial part of the coaching staff. He's usually taking up the position of a analyst. It seems like you see Coach Adi there, of course, being the head coach of the team.
Are they
but
playing on new
with
patch?
the longtime
That's the
gold
question,
winner of
right?
ONIC, CW is really now just more of like the sort of like if our viewers are
Sheesh.
familiar with
Damn.
Pandor, what he once was for
Day
Brandon Falcon,
one.
that sixth man,
Right.
who also just seems like is part of the coaching staff. Very valuable to have in any team.
Actually, while you were saying that, I looked it up. He's actually listed as
$1 million
assistant coach.
tournament.
So I actually wasn't aware of that as well. I thought he was like a floating six man or something that could be slotted in at any moment. Because you're right, I do see him a lot there as well. So I'm very for me,
And
at
I mean
least,
that.
it's a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah. For Homeboys, on the other hand, again, we will still.
Day
differ,
one
but
of
for
patch.
heading into the game right
Brand new
now, for
tournament
wondering what's
drops.
happening. You see our players right now just.
That's kind of
making
lit.
sure
That
yet
means
again
there's a
if
big
everything
chance we
are
could see some
okay. We
crazy
wanna make
shit.
sure
I'm
that
just
this is
saying.
the best playing field for our players. You see them right now in a.
That means there's a
lobby,
chance we
but
could see
will
some
be
shit.
Heading into the actual draft of the game itself in just a bit. Thank you all.
No,
for your
I just got word
patience. If
from
there's,
Naisu
any
and
tidbits that you wanna share
Midnight.
about our players.
They're playing on
Feel
the.
free to comment them and
they're playing on the new
wherever
patch.
you are watching from. So I think we've talked enough about ONIC again, back-to-back champions of Indonesia. Let's go on over to Homeboys. We did touch on it a little bit earlier that after some shifts after MSC 2025, Homeboys still seem like they're looking for new ground again, as their team has gone through a bit of a change, and that does affect the performance of any team.
All right, just give me the game,
that
yo.
comes in. So no surprise that
Who's
they
casting on the other
were
event?
not able to reach the similar heights that they did.
For
Nice
later
one.
on. Is this a reskin of Zorn? Maybe.
Wolf.
Could be, man. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a new.
Maybe it is.
But
They're,
Aurora
like,
was
over
getting in
here
position
on a-
here, getting set up. So we should be going into this shortly. But one thing too, again,
Yeah.
we even if they're like changing rosters or anything about that.
Exactly what I was thinking. Like everyone was so close except for SRG,
Yeah,
right?
for
So,
sure.
it feels like anyone could have actually taken that spot, and I love that you brought that up. Just goes to show how much they are maybe probably improving, because if you guys have been following MPLMY, obviously it's starting to become really one of the most competitive regions out there, especially with their previous play around the the Southeast Asian games and all that. They just are a scary team to beat right now. Despite getting beaten out by the Philippines in one of those in the
LPH,
grand
SRG?
finals, it was like
Neither.
You saw a lot of potential, right? You saw so much potential, and it
'Cause they
wasn't
played in
even
SEA
their,
games.
like, full roster. But yeah, I'm talking about the region in general. But yeah, Homeboys, they're part of that culture. They're part of the culture that actually enabled their championship team. They're probably, I would
the
say,
culture, yo.
flagship team
Yeah.
to get to that level.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that word, culture. The culture in Malaysia certainly has changed. When we got to talk with Lavelle, or I believe it was our friends Leo and Wolf who got
Alright, just give us the games, yo.
Lavelle,
Ooh, they're in the lobby.
Midnight
They're in the
as well,
lobby. You
excuse
can
me.
see on his phone.
Wherein Lavelle did
They're in the tournament
admit
lobby.
that since the introduction of
My guy
more
praying.
imports into the region, not only the Filipino imports, but of course the Indonesian
bro, I
imports
see ya.
as well. But he wanted to put a little bit more focus on the cram
Praise
and
be.
innocent members of SRG OG who are not in this tournament. The rest of the region really just has improved because they saw how these imports came to Malaysia and
What are the boys saying
suddenly
right now?
raised the bar and
All right.
raised the standard of what it means to play
We've
for
decided on our game.
MPL and what you can achieve if you play a certain
Who takes the
way.
dub,
So,
though? Who takes the dub, though?
ONIC definitely are going to be coming into this as the favorites, but I'm hoping to see Homeboys.
You guys haven't already,
this
hit the like
newer
button.
Homeboy squad really show up.
Don't be
and
lame. Share
provide
whatever you
a
want.
Challenge for this ONIC ID squad. So we've talked enough about the teams. I think it's time for us to talk a little bit about the elephant in the room, which is, yes, a patch did just drop earlier today.
Yes, a patch
And
did.
no,
Thank
sadly,
you.
we will not be able to see Sora, the newest hero in MLBB, just yet. He will be available for next year in the M7 World
We will see
Championship.
Sora.
But in this new patch cycle, usually we, how do I say this? It takes time, right, for us to see the teams inject in those heroes that suddenly
We gotta share the
were
stream real
changed
quick.
up. But if you had one hero from all the heroes,
We
that
are
were
live.
changed in
Watch
the patch that
parties.
dropped
Games of
just
the future.
earlier,
Right
just
now, it's
literally
ONIC
hours
up
ago,
against
who do you
Homeboys.
think
ONIC
could
Indonesia, that
potentially
is.
show
Come
up here
tune
as
in.
the
Say
pop?
what's up. We're gonna be up watching a
I
lot
would
of these
love to
games.
see Liam Ward. I
Of
know
co- of
people
course
have
you
been,
would.
you know, obviously I would, right? Being rock hard, I would love to see a Liam Ward. It's not the most, it's not the craziest thing to happen. You know, a small adjustment on how the crits work happens on Oathkeeper stacks now.
I woke up at
But,
4 a.m. for this,
it
boys.
feels like it could be a possibility, or
Dedication.
at least it can kind of expand the jungle pool. I haven't actually played
yes?
it right away, given that we had to be on standby here. But I want to see how it works in terms of like speeding up the jungle process.
Yes.
Maybe so that we can get newer junglers, except it's so that it's not always Yi Sun Shin, it's not always Lancelot or Fredorins. You know, I want
Yeah.
to see that expansion. I love to see the additions as well. I don't know if you have like a favorite that
Two
might
games
make
do
an
play on the
appearance
same
here.
time, yes.
I'm assuming maybe an XP laner.
I'm
I
assuming.
want to see change.
No, well, when you mentioned Liam Morden, he is up there in the patch notes. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, we did see Liam Morden pop up in the other regions, and even in our own region in MPLPH, courtesy of Twisted Minds. Shout out to MP the
Yep.
King.
Courtesy of
for
Twisted
bringing
Minds.
out the Liam Morden jungle. So the fact that Liam Morden now
Yeah, so let's look at the
tier
patch notes.
1
Let's look at the
does
patch notes.
deal
Let's look at the patch
200%
notes.
increased damage against jungle creeps could mean that teams might already be considering
So-
him as a, hey, can we try out Liam Morden?
Hero adjustments.
Because
Frey gets a
lot
buff.
of the times,
Cooldown
yes,
gets
this is a big
dropped.
international event,
50%
of
damage
course.
reduction while diving
Teams are a little
down.
bit
Slightly
more
increased speed
braver
when
to try
diving
out
down.
heroes that we're not used to
Zushin.
seeing in
Reduce
these
Zushin's excessive sustained
environments.
control
I'm really
abilities, but
excited to see if
increases
we're
her
actually
damage.
gonna get to see that. It
So
seems
less
like,
crowd control,
ONIC
a little
ID
more
has gotten
damage.
back to place. Homeboys looks
Mana
ready
regen
in
from each
just a bit.
Crimson
Again,
Butterfly,
thank you
5%
so
to
much for your
3%.
patience and for
So that's a
waiting.
nerf.
That the draft will be starting
Skill 2,
soon. There's
base
a lot
damage
more
33 to
changes
88,
brought on
28%
by
of
the
total magic
patch.
power,
We
up to
will be
45 to 95, so
discussing,
more
the
damage.
hero-specific ones as it
Base
goes on,
smash
or if those
damage.
heroes appear, and of course there were some
300
changes
to
as well
800 to
the
200 to
rogue
300.
blessings, which we need to
Can now
touch
capture
on.
Tigreal, throw him into
Maybe
Layla,
just
dealing damage to
readjusting a little bit
Layla
and maybe even
based
some
on
buffs as
Tigreal's
well
maxed
for the roaming blessings in
HP.
terms of
Okay, so
getting
crashing,
more
you get a little
gold
more
and
damage.
EXP from vision, trying to adjust
Soul
it a little bit
Snare,
better in
stack
the late game
starting,
for roamers as well, because as we all know,
0.25, 0.33,
come
new
the late
effect.
game,
After
it's a little bit,
successfully knocking enemy heroes
riskier to
airborne,
get
the target cannot be
constantly
marked
get
with
vision
Soul Snare
because
again
you're
for 4
slowing down the
seconds.
pace of the game to
During this time, the
make
skill
sure that
deals
you really
15
just
20
get
times
vision
increased
and not
damage.
risk yourself getting taken out.
So,
the developers have
after
increased
snatching
the
someone, it takes
EXP
4
and gold
seconds
gain.
to be able to do it
now scales
again,
through
which
hero level
means
as it goes on.
it
There's
can't
some
be the
item changes as
repetitive
well,
one, I'm
but
guessing,
again,
right?
we
Like
will
this,
touch on that a little
if
bit
I
more
catch you,
as we see
I can't
the
catch you with my
games
next.
in
If I
action.
immediately
So,
hit it,
as
I won't be
we
able to do it
head
again.
now into
Yeah,
the
that is a pretty
draft,
big nerf.
do you think, after just quickly skimming through the patch notes, so we were able to see, are we going to see a big
Leo Mord
shift?
passive relied on
early
enemies
or do
being
you
at low
think
health to be
based on
effective, which don't
all the
align
tournaments
with
that
our
we saw,
design
from the
expectations. We
ones
want Leo
happening
Mord
in
to take.
ECA
Let me
the
turn them
recently
down a little
concluded
bit.
Southeast Asian Games, Is it just still going to be the same old for the start?
Let me turn them down a little bit.
For Lancelot, Hayabusa, YSS, the like.
It does feel like
We want Leonmore to take initiative by gaining Oathkeeper energy through combat to deal crit damage while recovering HP sustainability, making him a knight capable of charging into battle. Blah, 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 blah.
They had zero time to practice.
His passive gets revamped. 25 Oathkeeper energy for each target damaged. When the energy reaches 100 as the next basic attack, deals 200% crit damage and recovers 100 plus 10 times hero level. It's not bad. So at level 15 you get 250 health plus 12% extra max HP. That's a lot. And that's not even adding in if you have like spell vamp or anything. Limward's basic attacks cannot normally crit, and every 1% crit chance is converted to 1% crit damage. Oh, so he only crits every time he hits 100% oath energy. Each Oathkeeper energy gain is increased by 200% whenever you're on mount. New effect, damage against creeps increased to 200%, so he can jungle pretty good. Okay.
So maybe Homeboys can try to experiment with that one. I don't know if Daniel's up to date with these heroes, you know?
Support roams get a buff. Support roams get a buff. Angela, increase the duration of Angela's ultimate when attached to allies and the cast frequency of skill 1. Additionally, the cooldown now runs while attached. Balance, we reduce the movement speed boost of the passive and increase the cooldown of the ultimate.
In MSC 2025. So
passive, movement speed boost per stack down to 5%. Skill 1, cooldown increased up to 8%, so increased by 1 second. New effect, when attached to skill, cooldown is reduced by 50%. Okay, so 4 seconds now when you're attached. Ultimate, cooldown 20 to 60 seconds? Was the ultimate cooldown only 20 seconds? I'm so confused. What? Attaching state is 12. Oh, but attaching state duration increases hugely. Instead of 12 seconds, 20 seconds now. 20 seconds of Angela ult. Shield duration 6 seconds. The shield remains until detached. Adjusted cooldown mechanics to start immediately after casting the alpha. Okay, so it's increased to 60 seconds, but you're attached for 20 seconds, and the cooldown starts immediately.
They really just nerfed his second skill, so the shadow and those,
Rafaela, increase Rafaela's healing and speed up effects as a support. Skill 2, magic bonus on additional healing for self and most injured allies. Hero 45 to 65%. The movement speed bonus increases by 1% for every 20 magic power. Movement speed bonus increased by 1% for every 10 magic power. Okay, so that's a lot more.
Now goes from 16 to 14 seconds, so more widely available for you. And his ultimate cooldown was also reduced by 10 seconds now to 40, which, despite the shadow thing, I'm pretty sure
Estes also gets a buff.
That you're gonna want to get.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those jungler picks are absolutely correct. The Hayabusa.
Increase Lolita's shield and increase the damage and slow effect of her ultimate.
Right?
Nice.
So, I would not be surprised if it still does get picked up here.
Are we jumping in? Come on. They gave us a bracket, bro. They gave us a bracket.
So, let's have a look at the bracket here. And this is... We have... Obviously, there's also a different stream that's happening right now, right? This is in Group A and Group C.
Yes.
They're doing that right
Tigreal
now.
gets a buff.
The richest casters in the
Bunch of
roster
tanks
are
get
actually
changed.
on
Johnson, Kufra.
Aurora Gaming Philippines and Team Vamos versus time in E7. Those are the round 1 matches.
Atlas.
And I believe they are going to be opening
Skill 1 damage. Increase the stability of Atlas's skill 1 damage. Hayabusa gets a nerf. Hayabusa's skill 2 allowed him to reach the backline too easily. For balance, we've reduced its distance. To compensate, we've also increased his skill cast frequency. Skill 2, reduce Hayabusa and his Phantom's travel distance by 20%. So it's a much shorter range. Much shorter range, but a quicker cooldown. But it's not that big of a...
There is maybe 2 heroes that could potentially get slotted in, as they have still shown up from...
Oh shit, man.
This past 6 months...
Damn, what an overlay.
And the Paquito also got changes to them, in the latest patch, and that could mean if a team is looking for a little bit of a surprise pick to catch their opponent off guard, it might be those two that might show up.
Yeah,
The
I
Tien?
really love the spice on the Lucas. The Paquito has already been making a little bit
Rock
of an
gets a nerf.
appearance, like a very small
Ranger nerf, Harris nerf.
draft here and there.
This is interesting.
So, this time around, it feels
RIP overlay, baby. Let's jump in, boys. All right. Esmeralda banned from the side of Homeboys. They're on blue side. They get first pick. Basha banned from the side of ONIC. Already taking out tanky heroes. What's interesting is I really expected a lot more Bashas and possible tank jungles when we were watching C games. We didn't see much at all. Lancelot banned from Homeboys. I wonder if Homeboys just plan on taking out. Hayabusa did get the nerf, but it is Kyrie. So, I mean, you know.
Already been highly prioritized, even sometimes first pick, right? So,
We'll see if we can.
This is very much warranted. A lot of really fun stuff are removed already. Sadly, Lancelot is. I would love to see a Lancelot here. You know, they don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, instead of going for the first pick, seems like a different first pick that we're going to be getting here.
Do we see straight target on to Kyrie? They do get first pick. They could ban YSS, they could ban Hayabusa, and then they get one for themselves. If Homeboys does ban the YSS or the Hayabusa, big chance ONIC bans the other. Fanny ban, actually. Fair.
Jungle, however, that is super rare, but it is a two-role pick right now. Fanny getting taken away as well as a respect for Kyrie, and it seems like the trade for the jungle might be Hayabusa and Yi Sun-shin mainly. However, that means Fredrin and Akai are also going to be on the team now.
Yeah, honestly. Fredrin and Akai highly prioritized. Although personally, I really
Production is kind of Is it because it's the second stream? I don't know. What's the first stream look like?
Big waste of micro mechanics.
No, first stream looks the same. Look at the different bands, though. Oh my god, it's so different.
But obviously, that's up to the team, right? It all depends on what the team needs.
Okay, Kimmy gets taken away here from Homeboys. I think ONIC are not looking at that as a two-pick swing on the red side.
Stop it.
Hovering of Vexana right now. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a hover.
Bex?
ONIC's first two picks. You still have high up.
Yeah, it's got to be a hover. Yo, that skin is fucking sexy, yo. And I don't mean that in like a... I just mean it looks good.
The first pick here,
It's a nice skin. I haven't seen that skin yet.
Along the lines of a Juicin or a Yi Sun-shin.
Zushin, yeah, 100%. They both float. So.
Balea.
Wow. Okay.
Alright.
Not. I guess you were right on the money there, Renmar. It's a very aggressive setter roam. That's gonna come in for Daniel.
Yeah, it's a very Daniel pick, and confirming now, of course, we are going to be getting the full lineup of Homeboys here. That is going to be Daniel holding that Kalea pick.
YSS?
Since they don't take the YSS goes to ONIC, and let's see if that means
The guitar.
but no, they're going to be going for the Gata Kacha instead. So
What do we see? Hayabusa and Hilda?
Get either the high loss or, in this case, mainly the Gata.
Unless Hayabusa's just dead. Unless Hayabusa's dead hero now. Oh.
I'm not sure about this Angela hover.
Okay.
But
It's not a hover, baby. That's not a hover. We're already testing out the new patch.
If you guys have been reading
I know the Hayabusa got nerfed, but is it that much?
60 seconds cooldown on the Angela.
There's the 20%. I mean, the 20%'s a lot. Yeah, you're right. I guess in terms of even trying to take Turtle or Lord, like you have to get closer now. It's harder to get steals. It is a lot. The 20% nerf to the shadows. Ow, headache.
So I don't mind this, but that's just so much support right now for Homeboys.
Yeah.
Ow.
Might be a little bit too much sustain, considering they already see a Yi
Yo, I just got
on
a
the other side.
Yeah.
Sharp pain and
He
sharp
does deal
headache
with
pain.
continuous damage anyway. He doesn't deal it in bursts. Makes sense to pick up the Lapu Lapu here. You get EXP lane Prio. Not a lot of EXP lane.
Lapu Lapu solid.
Match that. Some of the best that you can just go for right now are either
Okay.
CC,
Theory
Yuzhong,
time,
most
theory
likely gonna
time.
Get banned here by ONIC.
Actually,
Do we see the Leo Mord up front? Leo Mord Angela?
I would be happy.
Yeah, just
feels
take out
like there's
both,
no-
alright? Like, they're gonna end up with what? A glue, and then the glue is just significantly slower compared to the Lapu Lapu in the map.
True, that is true. So again, you're gonna get outpaced. You're already considering the jungle. I love that from ONIC. Honestly, I love the ONIC lineup right now. It just matches everyone. I do see the Gatot Kacha, very minor nerf to the distance of Unbreakable. So it's just like a 20% distance nerf. Some people would say it's pretty big. They say it's too easy to use Gatot Kacha, but I don't know if that's gonna affect it. It feels like such a strong lineup still for ONIC. And now you're talking about the Granger. I just
Can you
want
show
to
the
reiterate
YT chat on
before we
screen
go.
for us who are watching from
The
our
Ranger
TV?
doesn't deal bonus damage anymore.
Like,
with
while I'm
that.
watching, maybe
That's gonna
during
help
this
you
part I
out
could.
of a Granger. I actually want to talk to you about that earlier.
I normally don't show chat while watching game.
Since it no longer deals the additional damage mainly to the minions in creeps, I think they really just wanted to.
Maybe after this series, if I have time, we can try to
the game scaling
work something out.
of the Granger, if that's what they're going to be going for, which makes sense. We did see Soriano, aka KL1.
I got a feeling we're gonna see something spicy here from Homeboys. I'm not gonna lie.
Just completely dominating with it.
I got a feeling we're gonna see something kind of spicy.
Yeah, maybe we should just
Either like
adjust and nerf
tank
Granger a
jungle.
little bit.
My worry about that is their lack of damage. But maybe like
Uranus also getting taken out, of course.
there's a Leomord ban. Bro, I told you guys. I knew it.
We were talking about the Leomord, and
They called it too.
decided to ban it out. Which, hey, Rockhart, as the Leomord main here, makes sense, right? It would have been good with the Angela and the Kalea.
Yeah, it's perfect, honestly. Despite obviously the changes, again, despite there's just no time to practice, I love that they already preempted this, that maybe they practiced on the advanced server. It's just how advanced ONIC is, because it literally dropped like an hour ago. The patch dropped like an hour and a half ago. There's that CC ban. I'm honestly very surprised they did.
I don't think we don't really know if it's good or not. The patch literally, like he just said, the patch literally just dropped an hour ago. But I would say with the picks that Homeboys are picking up, it seems like it could be plausible, right?
Yes, we do see the Kalea,
Kalea,
that might
Angela.
that might actually be enough targeted crowd control to stop Claude entry when it does decide to go in, or even force out the Purify early on. But that's something you always have to keep at the back of your head if you're thinking about ONIC and what they could potentially go for the gold lane here. The
What other
Ruby is
fighters
also
are there?
open if they want to go for that, and teams are still willing to pick it. This might be good though,
spicy.
but this is probably most likely going to be going into the mid lane. But if Homeboys shows a Harris
Did Lucas get a
here,
big buff?
then that Lunox most likely actually might end up in the gold lane as a
All right, what do we
great
see? What do we see,
matchup.
guys?
That is true. It feels
Granger got a
the
nerf.
gold lane Lunox,
What do we see for
although I would
marksman?
not be surprised if this went mid and they pick up the Harif, just as a great power pick still. And you're talking about Harif changes. I think they shifted him more on the tanky side, right? So more sustain on that Harif. Possibly for ONIC, they might just like on range.
Freya.
Look at that.
There we go.
Very aggressive. I love the Freya coming in
That's
here.
crazy.
And the Benedetta as well. Double treat.
I knew it was gonna be.
Oh,
Freya's literally sitting at the top of the
nice.
patch notes,
now
and I didn't even
just
say
put it in
Freya.
Ruby. You do not want to play a main carry Lunox here. Can you wait? Can you
what?
can you pick it now? Can we
What?
pick it now?
Wait,
To be fair, I know we don't have the restrictions anymore. Or do we? Is it only just like a week now? If that shows up, then I guess Sora is available for picking here in games of the future.
that changes a lot of things, bro.
Yeah, let's see. I don't want to zoom just yet.
No.
I want to hold the thoughts. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So we were asking for.
They were just flexing it. Ruby pick to pair up with the YSS is solid.
Again, one of the ones we floated and
Perfect.
exactly right on the money. There you go. Okay. I think it's just really because.
All right, boys. Game number
not
one.
that I'm doubting the ability of a Freya to suddenly pop off.
No,
here.
new hero's not
I think
available. They were just
which
hovering.
we'll
They were
get-
just flexing.
Which we will get into once we get into the game.
Showing off.
But I feel like the ONIC lineup is just a little bit more safer.
ONIC lineup
A
definitely
little bit
safer.
more up to speed with what we're used to seeing.
Homeboys
The
experimental
Homeboys
in
lineup,
terms
I
of
will
new
be really
new
here
meta,
apart.
in terms of
Might be
new
a little bit
patch
difficult to
notes.
pull off.
I mean, the Homeboys lineup, I actually completely agree, because this is a lineup that looks very strong on dive. Like, all right, it's a Freya that has the Angela, but if it gets kited, it gets punished. It can fall apart so easy. This Homeboys.
All right, here we go, boys.
I
Game
know
number
chat
one.
Agrees. Press 1 if you think ONIC is a better lineup. Press 2 if you're. 'Cause I see the chat; they're crazy right now.
Yeah.
Press 2 if you think Homeboys has an advantage here, bro.
Yeah. Welcome to game number one. It's Homeboys versus ONIC. I think it's time for
Let's
us
go,
to
boys.
real quickly to touch on the changes for Freya. It's mainly around her ultimate. Her cooldown now starts after the cast, 34 to 26 seconds now. So that's a very fast cooldown since the developers.
It does feel kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not completely against.
You also get 50% damage
Hold
reduction
on,
per
hold on.
cooldown, along with
That's
slightly
EA.
increasing
That's
the speed
gold
of
lane.
down with her ultimate.
Hold on. That's
Yeah,
Jungle
it just feels
Benedetta.
like it's gonna be smoother. Like their focus right now is making Freya's gameplay smoother, and I love that for Moonton. Honestly, that's definitely the right way to go. But look at this, very early on, we're already expecting aggression from the homeboys here.
They caught
and
us
they
off guard
are
with that one.
definitely Giving that.
I thought for sure it was gonna be Jungle Freya.
That they're known for. Not gonna be
But
able
gold
to
lane
really
Freya.
disrupt the jungling pattern of Kyrie in the early game. Already up to level 3, starting with a purple buff side rotation working upwards. Gonna go down.
Aim all a little
level
behind.
4 by
Hit level 3 a little late.
Vito, or maybe his next buff, depending on what they're gonna find. But very well protected right now. Amal playing the jungle Benedetta. So let's see how this Angela actually will fare with the changes on her. I mean, the good thing about Angela Rockhard is that the cooldown now starts after the cast. Like, you don't have to wait long.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
Get
and
a slightly
also, by
smaller
the way,
screen.
It doesn't the shield doesn't disappear as long as Angela's on the target. So that's major. You can stick there for like 20 seconds if I read the patch right.
Yeah.
So that's a major change. So you're absolutely right. It's not all bad.
It's a huge
The
change. Angela,
worried
20
about the
seconds.
Benedetta, like you mentioned.
Okay, both junglers level 4. Seems like Onyx is going to get priority here in the turtle, although Reza and Daniel have been able to hold around the EXP lane. Onyx will get their mid trio there first. Key Boy, the one stopping.
Aim all level 4. Kyrie level 4. Turtle up.
Getting the vision there. Great spot here by Homeboys.
Oh, again, that's just the advantage you get with the extra bush.
Nobody's got vision on Daniel.
Geared around the turtle pit,
Yeah.
and they're going really hard here.
Okay.
Oh, am all able to get first turtle.
Gets a turtle. Kyrie was not
That's
able to get
big.
close as the members of Homeboys were able to keep him at bay. Raging slashes coming in from
Mel Cutie gets annihilated. Why'd he go in, bro? What was he doing? They got turtle. They were supposed to back off. G Kronos, what's up, man? Welcome. Let's go. Bro. I need to go take an Advil real
Yeah,
quick.
they got punished really quickly, and that's just the power of the ONIC lineup. It's so stable. It's tried and tested through the past few years, honestly, this lineup.
Hit my
And,
brain,
the gold
guys,
lane
my
on
eye.
the Ruby just means that they don't have to worry even on the late game. This lineup is very sustainable, and I think we saw that a little bit around that fight in the turtle pit.
Yeah.
All right, so about
laners are fighters,
almost
so
900 gold lead. 900 gold lead over to ONIC.
a marksman here. You know,
Yep.
essentially a little bit of
Nice
high
nab.
risk.
Nab and grab. Get the kill on the Suns. Brilliance comes out.
That is an
More
easy
damage on the
out
key,
there
key
for
boy.
Sans. Key boy
AOG
forces
comes out.
AOG to get on
Able to
out
get
of
away.
Reza gets killed. Onto Sans, finishing it off in the mid, but that even becomes a trade. Key boy taking Reza down.
That's a really good dive. I was expecting them to not fight
Yeah, but
back,
Reza gets the
but
kill
man,
and
oh man,
Kyrie gets the
Homeboys
kill,
are
so
here
definitely
to
a win for
play.
ONIC.
They are
Don't get me
ready
wrong,
to
Homeboys are
force
playing better than I
to-
thought.
To make something happen, they know that they can't play passive if you're fighting against ONIC Indonesia, and I completely agree. ONIC Indonesia is such a
Golden
different
staff
beast
locked in from
when
El Cutie.
they get going, especially since Kyrie is on the YSS. They don't want this to scale too far off.
Yeah. Homeboys are making the right decisions right now in terms of just tempering the speed of Kyrie being able to get his farm. Ludwig picks up the War Axe.
Who you got for M7?
As we saw
Bruh.
earlier, did get to build a golden staff.
Our teams for
already, so
M7 are going to
the
be
first death that he
TLPH,
suffered
Turkey, and
also his progression for farming, but I think he's really going to need to minimize those.
TLPH
deaths
and Aurora
because
Turkey
it
are
is
probably
an
like the two
attack
teams that I'm
speed-based,
hard cheering for.
Item hero, and you're going to need all the time that you need to get the gold.
Yeah, 100%. That gold is so crucial. That's why I'm also looking at like the towers, like the outer turret energy shields. I'm looking if there was any major damage, but look at that. They're already
Second
they
turtle
got
up.
Second turtle right away. They seem to be really wanting
Hard guard. Connects.
Dive already. Here comes the tsunami
Decent
blast.
damage
As
on the
well,
back line.
Kyrie
Kyrie
forced to go on
in a little bit of
offense.
trouble.
Here comes the
Can them all get it? He does get the kill. That's huge.
To burst Kyrie
But he goes
down.
down. San's able to get the kill in response. Brilliance comes out. Look at the damage on Izanami.
Finding into it, Izanami brought down low.
Reza able to get the kill onto
Kid boy forced
onto
to
Sans.
conceal out.
Reza back under the bush, able to get some health back. Gonna run through with minions under the tower. Turtle still up.
Reset.
It's very, I don't know, they feel
Turkey,
so
eh, my
good
bad.
on the team fights there are some times where I thought, you know what, they probably have had enough. They're both probably gonna back out. But nope, no one wants to back out, Renmar. People just want to keep, hitting each other in the face.
Yeah. One of the problems now for ONIC, Rockhart, we see that Freya has just straight up won the lane against a Ruby. Not much a Ruby can do in the lane. This Ruby pick is looking towards the mid of the late game.
Freya clears top tower already.
Team fights. We saw Skylar's worth.
No Spirit? I mean, yeah, like, we want Spirit to do well. Like, no matter what, I hope Spirit do well, but... And I like Team Spirit. But we're talking, like, in terms of teams that, I don't know, like, for some reason... Aurora Gaming, aka Fireflux, aka Incendio, all that, like, they've always kind of had a place in my heart, so...
Already a level ahead of Amal. Look at that.
AOG comes in. Oh! Amal goes down. Another tower goes down, though. Bro, what just happened to Homeboys? They just lost so much ground.
But I might have spoken too soon. The thing is, he needed to burn his flicker to get out of there. So
grinding streams, bro. We're grinding. We are. We're trying to bring the channel back to life, boys. We're just trying to bring the channel back to life. That's all.
With an almost 5,000 gold lead.
Yeah, as much as the Hilda is 2-1 right now, definitely ahead. You are correct. They need that flicker so hard. And that's going to slow down Homeboys' aggression even further. They might have to rely so much more. Lutpias might be in trouble here. 1v3 on the bottom. Make that 4.
Okay. Lutpi buying so much time. Not enough damage just yet for Homeboys. Lutpi, look at everything he's doing.
Oh, my lord. So much damage on it. Bro, Lutpi is not going down. That makes no sense. Lapu Lapu's still a monster. All right, they are able to finally get the kill. Kyrie able to flicker back. Melcutie, though, locked on. Able to get the kill. That's huge. That's huge. Keyboy, going to be next on the target. Boom, knock up. Homeboys. Homeboys doing their thing.
All right, I did
the comeback is real.
Expect them to, again, just keep slapping each other in the face like that. ONIC, they were a little late to the party. You saw that Skylar just had to walk all the way from the top side after taking down the turret.
The grind is real.
He arrived. It was just bodies on the floor. I don't know if that was worth it for ONIC, but the gold lead does kind of lean towards them. 2,000 right now.
Yeah, gold lead's still in favor of ONIC, which is crazy.
Effort by Lutpi to get a really good start there for ONIC, but in the end, of course, a sheer.
But if you look at Homeboys, they're much more grouped up. Their farm is not as spaced out.
Together, a lot of physical damage they're gonna need to avoid. This Ruby is also packing towards the damage items, which makes sense as a gold lane Ruby, but you're gonna start looking for the anti-Karasas to start coming in for ONIC. Maybe even some dominance ISS definitely need significantly more anti-heal for the side of ONIC.
Yeah, 100%. Because this hard card and shielding combination, especially on a Freya that already has like a very meaty shield.
Yeah.
Just
First
so
Lord up.
There's just no way that even the Lapu Lapu is having a hard time keeping up with the spell vamp here.
Boy on the front side, Skylar in the river.
First on the spot.
Watch for Skylar.
Mid lane being handled by Izanami.
Daniel just trying to get vision. Reza in the backside. Around top side of Lord. Melcutie also taking a slow route.
Good spot. Spots out Amal. Not gonna land the taunt.
Don't know if Keyboy got vision on the Melcutie there.
Taking some damage, but it's gonna be a slow little dance between the two teams first.
Mel gonna push top lane. Lupi's got to make his way up.
They're just gonna be able to just calmly go ahead here. Oh, Conceal already used up.
Is ONIC gonna try to find an opening? They're
oh,
not gonna be able to find a member of ONIC.
Conceal got nerfed hard, huh?
That could get caught out. Amal back in here again. Good spot by Reza. Homeboys really
Homeboys. Oh, nice grab on a Skylar. Skylar still up. Finally does go down. Amal able to get the kill. Into the backside. Brilliance does come out on the top of Amal. Keyboy there as well. Lupi gets the bravest fighter to open the top side against Melcutie, but he does have the hard guard. Kyrie goes down. Reza able to take him out. This is going to be bad for ONIC on the side of Lupi and Keyboy. Split up. Oh, that's it. I don't think there's much to do. I think that's G's. The Freya looks nice. Let's be clear, too. This Freya is 2-2-5, bro. The Freya is 2-2-5.
That sustain from so many sources is just blowing my mind, Reptar. It's crazy. Healing from the Surge of Life, healing from the Heart Guard, healing from the Love Waves. My brain is, and the lifesteal obviously of Melcuti on the Frey is insane. So
That's not even a well-fed Freya.
but again,
Imagine if the Freya was like 2-0 in 5.
I really want to do like an item check. Do they already have like anti-heal? Because if they do, this is way too much for Homeboys.
Yeah, there we have it on the screen. Yeah, they already have some Dominus Ice for the Good Thought, a Glowing Wand for the Lunox. But I think right now one of the problems for ONIC is that Melcuti, Reza, they're both just hell-bent on getting Kyrie, that no matter the formation that ONIC wants to play around.
Here's a good thing about Freya too, like Freya's not a fighter that has a weak late game. Like Freya only gets stronger, right? Oh, straight into it, straight under the tower, no problem.
Daniel gets taken out, but Reza once again focused on the back. This time being able to
Tower does go down.
Melcuti and the
Skylar for Daniel, good trade.
are able to hold down the front line, and ONIC slowly falling. Angela, Freya, Benedetta.
Bro, Homeboys are doing their thing right now.
Healing as well coming in from the Kalea.
Homeboys are doing their thing right now.
All too much to handle ONIC.
Yeah, Reza is a massive dub here for Homeboys. He has taken down targets that are necessary in the team fight. So
It's true though, Reza 7-1-0.
that ONIC are having a hard time.
7-1-0.
Kyrie is, he's trying his very best to keep the DPS up. It's just not quite enough yet, and Sans isn't in a position.
Izanami is the one who picked up the roam
Any
boots?
single target right away with one combo.
Is Izanami the one who picked up the roam boots?
Winning out on,
Or no,
stage
Izanami
fight.
is
Because
Reza's EXP lane. Daniel picked up roam boots. Izanami's mid. I'm sorry, there's so many tanks on the map. I'm just confused at this point.
Again, the cooldown starts ticking once you've casted the Heart Guard, so it doesn't feel all too different. Just a very slight change in the tempo. Now with the Blade of Despair onto Kyrie here for ONIC.
All right, well, there's a slow point in the game. We got 146 viewers in the chat. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Much love. Salamat po.
But the targets are just
Terima
not
kasih.
falling quite early,
But hit that
as early
motherfucking like
so
button. Don't be lazy.
That's why, by the time they
Hit the
kill
like
out
button.
one target, I
For the
think they
love of
already
God.
lose two. So that's the big thing for me for ONIC. So maybe the BOD will help out, but it feels like he might just want to go see Halberd as well. Just go all out on the anti-heal because the heals are really so difficult to deal with here for Homeboys.
Chastise Spawn built up there for Kaboy. Should help with the attack speed base of the Freya somewhat. Divine Glaive for Sans. Now, that's one of the main conditional items.
You know what's crazy is Homeboys are still behind in gold, bro.
Quite even battle. Should be a big spike up in damage. And just you see, just from 1 second.
I think it really just comes down to Kyrie, though.
The Lunox already brings down around 10% of the health of the Kalea, the main roam here for Homeboy. So maybe that Divine Glaive. And
Like, Homeboys are winning these fights because they're staying so grouped up, but they are losing farm because of that.
We're looking for, but we'll see once the fight breaks out.
Let's see. We'll definitely want to use a Mountain Shocker.
Ooh, look at top, look at top.
Next few minutes
Look at Daniel Mel.
seconds, just
Daniel
to
Mel.
check where the Homeboys are.
For sure.
So far, it feels
Seal
like
play
they
from
have no
Daniel.
problem
Going straight for
fighting
Kyrie. Able to zone him away.
Yeah, here comes the gank. Daniel immediately zoning out Kyrie.
Bonds goes down. Kyrie unable to do anything right now. Brings it back in. Melcuti jumps on top of Kyrie. Kyrie in a whole lot of trouble. But wait, look at the damage from Skylar. Kyrie able to dance through. I'm all in Reza fall. Daniel now on the run. Skylar doesn't have the I'm offended. Oh no, Skylar does have the I'm offended. Doesn't catch anyone though. Conceal play from Skylar. Bro, Conceal is garbage right now. What happened there?
And that is the advantage they have because Homeboys decided to fight inside ONIC's jungle. This is our territory, says ONIC, and they really lost out. I mean, the DPS is suffering.
Oh, they're still going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Melcuti gets destroyed. Kyrie's damage is too much. Guys, they're underestimating Kyrie's damage right now.
To get that Lord, what were they fighting for?
They thought they could take it. They thought with the Heart Guard they could take it.
I guess he was banking on them being super duper low after that Lord engage, but no.
Yeah, bad decisions by Homeboys. Bad decisions by Homeboys.
Sustain lineup on their own, especially if Kiboy is ready with the revitalizes, and he will be as well. So this is going to be a bit of an uphill defense for sure. 4,000 gold lead doesn't seem like a lot at 15 minutes, but look at that. Lutfi is actually surviving against two players here for Homeboys. It is a good sign.
Yeah, and now with the Malefic Roar and the Yi Sun Shin, definitely enough items, enough damage already on ONIC, and the Divine Glaive pickup by Sans actually came in at the perfect time.
Here's gonna be one of the problems. They don't have much. They don't have the greatest siege defense.
Seems like
That's actually
little by
pretty
little,
good.
They pretty much have to let the tower go down
see if they can get another one. They still have a lot of minion waves crashing.
'Cause they have zero range.
Mortality for Kiboy. Might be able to make a risky play if he wants to. Look at all the items coming in here for ONIC now. For the 7,000
man.
gold
Two
lead
inhibitors
and
down.
battle entry. Here comes the pickup.
Izanami with the heart guard. Melcutie
Skylar
looking for the dive.
Way too much, but here
Into the
comes
backside. Reza just time falls. He can't do what he used to do. And now ONIC with the turnaround. A lot of damage on a Mel. Mel back into the purple buff jungle. Running away from 4. Taken out from Kyrie. Double kill into the hands of Kyrie. That's it. That's it. That's G's. Bruh. Homeboys look so good. They look so good. It looked so good. But it went down.
But ONIC walk away from game number 1.
That's tough. That was a good series, though. That's.
GG's ONIC
That hurts.
Indonesia coming out on top.
But here's the thing. I will say this. I don't think Homeboys. I think Homeboys could. Like, I think the strategy was good.
Exactly what I was
I think there were some
talking
mess ups on the
about
execution, but I think the strategy was viable.
Feels like Homeboys' lineup
Was
is
definitely
so
viable.
strong on paper. It topples so easily if like 1 or 2 members start to disappear from the map. They're really strong as a 5-man. It's a 5-man lineup. It's very heavy sustain. But if you lose the healing from the Surge of Life, if you lose the Heart Guard, once those go on,
I think it was a good. I think overall,
it's a disaster
not a
waiting
bad
to
strategy. I
happen.
think it's very viable and possible to see something like that again in the rest of this tournament.
In this matchup.
Yeah, great understanding by
What happens? What's going on over here?
Eventual
Oh, their game
timers
descended
that they're
too?
Trying to hit. It was really mainly around the items coming in for the Yi Sun Shin and of the Lunox.
Who won game
Divine
1?
Glaive
Roar
and the
versus
UOB
Vamos.
coming in roughly at around the same time. And in the big team fight that happened, Kyrie ended up getting the Malefic Roar, and that just meant ONIC got their condition sticked, and they were ready to go. 9 kills, 3 deaths, and 6 assists for the Yi Sun Shin of Kyrie, who was tested very early on and for majority of this game by Homeboys. But the problem was
We got time. We saw Badang? Hold on. What do we see on this side? Lilia, Fanny, Farza, Grok. We got Roar. Demon Kai picks up the Fred.
So cannot
I
believe
felt
it.
like she
think
already
that was-
had good range.
Exactly. There's no need to buff the Lilia in that department, honestly. But this is so good because Fredrin hates playing against this hero. Eve also kind of does not like playing against a hero, but they will not go for it because they already have the Farsa. They'll go back to the Granger, which I feel is also a hero that was nerfed so badly. But the idea is
2 of the heroes that did have some of the impact.
okay, so I don't like seeing the Granger right now because of the nerfs that I've seen, and I think that Aurora Gaming has gotten their comfort.
It is a great
composition.
tournament
I
to
would
try stuff
really
out.
feel that it's Aurora Gaming that will have the advantage right here. I think the Fredrin with the Eve is
We have
just,
some time till
very
game 2,
good turtle
so we can watch
taking
Roar
kind of
versus
the
Team
lineup.
Vamos.
I think that they have all the tools to protect their Moskov, and Moskov is also great versus the Fanny because of the stun. But we'll see. It's going to be dependent on the execution. Error 404. We don't know if this is Chibi or, well, it's actually Error 404. Will not be able to steal that orange buff.
Okay. So part of this too. Ooh, is
Fanny's a
he actually
wild
gonna go
card for
this
sure.
Kill on Light? No, he's just gonna put
Badang
pressure here.
on light.
Team Kite tanky enough, has UA with him. I think they just force him out of the jungle, so they're gonna be fine. I think still this is
Farza
one of the
back to
things, though,
base.
man. Like anytime you pull up that Fanny,
Brock keeping vision.
you know that you're going to basically have to take care of the Fanny in a way throughout
Yeah.
the game. At least if it's buff secured or at least giving that opening. And I think they have the lineup to allow that to happen. There's a lot of good combinations Team Vamos can go with having an Alice, having that Grok still there, the damage provided with a Farsa, of course, too. And then I think you're just gonna have
All
to
right,
see.
I have Stream B pulled
it's
up on
not
my
too often
phone,
we
so I'll
actually get to
know
see
whenever
the
it's back on.
marksmen go against each other in the lane.
I'll know whenever it's back on.
For a lot of the times we've seen so many fighters placed into there, but not go versus Lemon This is going to be a good match to see.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen that lineup. Normally, in the laning stage, Granger is actually winning now, but there are some changes with the Granger right now. Light is just level 2 at 2 minutes. Maybe this is some of the changes with the roll blessings that we have, but Zorn actually has more XP, but Demon Kite takes the turtle.
Oh, they're going to actually go for him. So Zorn has to burn the flicker. Is this, like, yeah, timing-wise, they would have been level 4, right? Light would have been level 4. So that's already the change that our viewers can go ahead and see, and maybe they've experienced themselves on this new patch. Do you feel like that was warranted though? Like that change needed to happen? Were the roams getting too much XP and gold?
No, I don't think it's too well. Honestly, it's not warranted.
Hold on one second,
roamers
guys.
are not getting that much XP and gold, but I think it just I think MLBB forces us as roamers to be more aggressive, and so far Zorn has been very aggressive. He actually stole a buff away from the Fredrin.
Oh, he did. Okay, Demon Kite's going to use the Retribution to go ahead and stop Arrow 404 from going a little bit further. Also, by the way, I believe even the Retribution, the what is it, the icy one? The icy one was affected as well through the patch. It's a little bit less slow, if I recall correctly. Dome and Kite will be spotted out. Some extra gold going to Notco right now as they're forced off. Ooh. But he still got the gold card though.
Yeah.
With the spear, so good for Dome and Kite. Doesn't lose too much in that one.
So that's it. Team Vamos are doing the right moves, punishing this Moskov pickup because it is actually not the best when it comes to keeping himself safe in the laning stages. So what they did was to apply the pressure in that area and actually put this outer turret energy shields up to just 10% as of this moment, which actually meant that this Granger will have a significant amount of gold lead over this Moskov. Right now, it's 700, right?
Yeah.
And with the Skypiercer and the boots, this is going to be a great start for Natco.
Yeah, Natco just showing that that Granger little nerf didn't hurt too much, at least so far in the lane against a Moskov who traditionally does take a little bit longer to go ahead and build up. We know that Trinity items are still really important, both to these. Oh, whoa. Light's going to actually jump in already. There's the feathered airstrike coming down. Light is going to return it, though. He falls first. Clockhoon gets a kill. UA finally picking one up. They're going to go ahead and trade it, the 2-for-1. Natco joining the fight, but he's just forcing Aurora back. Turtle's up for the taking, though. Demon Kite will start it up.
Had a little like itch in my throat. And earlier, when we first started the stream, I was having headaches and stuff.
He was going to try to get some extra gold off that turret, but he won't be able to.
Yeah, drink more water, guys.
Maybe he gets the gold.
That's the goal
here. So Demon Kite securing the turtle, and Dome and Kite fine in the 2v1.
Yeah. Double lane coming out from Natco. Demon Kite slowly catching up, has the Roshan Scythe right now. And during that purple buff invade coming out from Aurora Gaming, Light actually landed a massive ultimate. But most importantly, Demon Kite timing his taunt against Error 404 that actually led to the death on that Fanny. And Aurora Gaming have one significant amount of momentum right now.
Jungle team going to go ahead and zone them out in the jungle.
Have taken down Sir Granger. A kill.
Oh, good pickup there. They needed that because Dome and Kite is still playing catch kill. Also burning time to catch up. And again, Moskov is a little bit different, right? You kind of just want to go ahead, so he's just kind of playing this kind of control right now. And the rest of the team of Aurora,
He sounds like the guy doing voiceovers for MLBB. Who?
Light's been doing that. I mean, he's pretty proactive. You don't see Edward falls. Oh, they're going to go for you.
Coming out from Zorn.
Oh, tech charge.
Oh.
There's Light. Notco's going to want to fall under the turret. And now they're going to look for more. Siska trying to get away. Throne of Ruin going to be used too. Gets 3, but I don't think you can run away from this. Light still working for it, but Arrow 404 is back. He's going to be with the mid lane. Oh, Dome and Kite was caught in the mid. Goes down. Arrow 404 gets some revenge. Team
1 minute to ONIC. 1 minute to ONIC.
Toe-to-toe with Aurora Gaming.
And that extra move, the Skypiercer is going to hurt this Granger even more. And the fact that Dome and Kite got into a kill before that happened made him catch up a little bit. Might be almost caught up when it comes to the gold, but now Aurora Gaming are gonna take this.
They can't even contest
easily. To the fact that they also took out some of the members of Team Vamos. It's gonna be Error 404 trying to go for the Moscow, but there's somebody guarding him in there. That's a Badang, which is one of the natural answers to the Fanny. And Aurora Gaming, I believe that they have all the tools that they need against his Fanny.
Nice knock up.
Caught here again.
Good kill on Edward.
Edward goes down for the second time. A lot thrown at him though. That was pretty much a feathered airstrike, a tech charge, all thrown at him. I think even Throne of Ruin was used there.
Yeah. However, I think that's very unlikely. Very.
Free matchup It's Group B for Games of the Future 2025, and I love how immediately after a new patch, we get introduced or reintroduced maybe to some concepts that we're not used to seeing in this level of competition. If you told me heading into this day Rockhart that we would see Angela and Freya and Benedetta Jungle in the same team for the first game, I would not have believed you.
That's true. Not gonna
Who
lie,
wins game
Renmar,
two?
I really thought that I
thought
think
Homeboys
that you
had
can
it.
go crazy here. Just don't go, full on 0 to 100 crazy. Can you
Yeah.
please, like, if you're gonna play Angela Freya, maybe just draft in not a Benedetta.
You guys remember
in
the
jungle.
graphics
That's
for
what I
Games
was
of the
thinking
Future last
earlier
time? It
while
was
I
like
watching
weird
that
little
thing.
minion
Yeah.
guys like walking.
And I have to say that most of
And there
these
was,
things
like-
are just on
They were in like a
par or
stadium,
on
and there was
DNA
like
for
little-
what do you call that? On
little
DNA for
guys,
Malaysia. It's
Mhm.
that's why
little
they're
fan
so amusing to
robots.
watch.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think
Of course,
somehow they like
because
plugged
of that
viewers'
result,
names on
Art
them
does
and
have the
stuff. It
lead
was
here.
weird.
And I think it was
was
crazy,
weird.
but then at the same time, a lot of the win that ONIC got in that game number one didn't come from mistakes or errors. It was just that they hit their power spike at the right time. They were able to manage their map. And most importantly, they were still able to find farm. Because right, usually when you have a lineup like this, you're looking for a major definitive lead as quickly as possible. That you are stopping the opposing jungler from getting farm. Yes, you got kills onto him, but then they were still just able to find farm somewhere or turn things around somewhere. But I guess that's where like the thought of maybe the concept was a little bit too loco from Homeboys to open it up.
A little bit too loco, Holmes.
That despite them having a big lead, I remember there was one team fight, right? Like around the purple buff, Daniel got to zone out Kyrie. That's where they were able to turn things around. That could have been handled a little bit better. And maybe that's where the stability you were missing from something like a tankier jungler or maybe a tankier EXP laner was coming from, because they needed a little bit more frontline hold to force out the resources of the main damage dealers in the Yi Sun-Shin and the Lunox a little bit more. They needed at least one more very tanky presence to hold the line.
All right, boys.
That's why I was speaking of the Freddy
Alright,
boy,
boys.
coming in
And
play.
gals.
Would have been great. Akai would have been maybe an option to disrupt the Lapu Lapu in the late game if they really wanted to, to focus on disrupting. Actually, Akai is really good. I feel like at this point, Renmar, Akai is super underused since we have so many
Thank
fighters,
you.
so many melee heroes that you can just disrupt with a single heavy spin.
Thank you, man. I've been preaching that since like late 2024. So I'm so happy that you're now on the boat on the Church of Akai. Very happy to hear that. So let's see if that hero is actually going to show up. And the good thing is, there is actually a good track record for Akai showing up for these two teams. Even ONIC has a surprising Roam Akai pickup if they want to go into that. But I think that's, of course, definitely a later option. And the times we do get to see Akai do show up in the first phase red side, and then you play it as like a flex, either putting it in the roam or jungle. But there have been teams brave enough
Match point.
to put
It's the
it
best
in
of
the
three, guys.
EXP.
Remember that.
But I
ONIC
think
wins
before
this,
heading into game number
Homeboys.
2, we should talk a little bit more about the good things that went with the draft for Homeboys. Again, I don't want to make it seem like we're knocking on it too much. The concept was there. We saw it work from early to mid game.
That's true. But then again, we did mention like,
ONIC wins.
even before the game
Homeboys
started,
face the
okay,
loser
it's really
of
good on
DFYG and
paper,
Influence
but
Rage.
It can fall
I feel like
apart
Homeboys
very easily,
are
which we
pretty much a
also-
sure bet.
we also saw that happen. So we didn't say anything that was right off, like, just guessing, right? We saw it happen. It was so strong, but it fell apart after like one piece of the block or like one Lego bit from the bottom of the pile.
And then
got
after
removed.
this, we definitely watched Team
So,
Spirit versus
I would say,
RQ.
absolutely, it was a very strong lineup. Maybe again, just if Freya Angela's good, just maybe have a solid jungler if you want to do a Freya Angela composition. That can kind of just tank a little bit from those Lunox and make sure that the YSS doesn't, what do you call that? Doesn't run away with the game.
Yeah, I mean, even if we keep thinking about like, okay, maybe the Hilda could have been different, but then Reza had an amazing game. He was the guy locking down Kyrie. Then you look at the Benedetta.
7-1.
Yes, he went
The timing,
7-1.
the
That
timings
is
on
an
these matches actually isn't
impressive
horrible.
stat line, and
So
majority
Team
of
Spirit
the
vs.
deaths that
RQ
Kyrie
is
got
scheduled
actually came
for
from the
56
hand
minutes
of the
from
Hilda.
now.
If it wasn't
So
the Hilda,
even
it
if
was the
this only goes
Benedetta.
one more game,
The more you think about the Benedetta,
we gotta
it was
probably
like,
what,
wait,
5
but
minutes
if
till this
they
game
had
starts.
a tank jungler or a fighter jungler,
Like 5 to 10
would they
minutes
have
for
been lacking
draft.
damage, because the
10 to
Benedetta
20 minutes
also
for
provided
game.
a lot of that. If it was a tank
Even
jungler,
if it
then
ends
that would have
here,
been a lot of pressure
then,
for
like,
the Freya.
we're right there.
You could see
We're right
the
there for
good
Team Spirit
things,
and
the bad
RQ.
things of both the reality
They're
and
running
the
a tight
possibilities
schedule,
that could
which
have been
I'm
in the
okay
draft
with,
of
'cause
Homeboys.
90%
But
of
at
the
end
time,
day,
games
that's
go
why we
faster than
both
what's
lean
scheduled.
Towards ONIC lineup more, right? We said it was
Yeah.
more familiar, it was more stable, and it was definitely that.
Yeah, I mentioned that, right? This is the term I used was tried and tested
Yes.
throughout the years. It's just won so many games already. And again, I love that homeboys are playing spicy. Who doesn't like
Yeah.
spicy lineup? But
Spicy lineup.
The win rate is more 50-50. if
We
you
like
do
it.
that.
We like the spicy lineup.
Let's see if
All right.
Homeboys is going to lean towards a
Back
little
to
bit more of
draft.
spice yet again.
Homeboys
For
on blue
this
side
game
once
number two
again.
draft,
First
but
pick.
Of course, as we know about our Indonesian friends, they definitely can handle the spice inside and outside of the game. I can't wait to get back to Indonesia and eat real spicy food. All right,
Oh.
before I start the daydreaming about
Fanny
food
ban.
again here, Homeboys takes out the Fanny, and I think that this is for
Boss
sure going to be
ban.
an expected ban all throughout the series. You don't want Kyrie to get his hands on a Fanny.
Yeah, 100%.
Lance?
No Fanny for Kyrie. I think that is what do you call that? That is
YSS ban.
priority number
YSS
one.
ban.
Yep.
There you go. For
YSS
Malaysia.
ban.
For the Malaysian squad rather for Homeboys. So yeah, this looks like a very.
If they don't ban the
I would
YSS, they
not be
might first
surprised
pick
if
it.
This keeps happening
Esmeralda.
all throughout the series.
YSS
Similar
up front.
ban so far. So what might change up here for Homeboys are their picks later, but ONIC, there we go, decided to respect the Hilda, one of the biggest
YSS up front.
pains for them in game number 1. But this opens up a Kimmy trade available, as Kimmy was the hero banned out by ONIC as the last ban in game 1. Let's see if Homeboys will go for the Kalea yet again, or they're gonna switch things up. Juicin lost a lot of her control
Or
capabilities. When you
they
lift
go for the
someone
Kalea
up in
again.
the air, you can't apply new marks for another 4 seconds, but they did increase her damage as a trade-off. Homeboys, though, there we go. You know, if you're gonna go local, go local. You know, let's see it out. We
if you're gonna
mentioned
go crazy,
Estes
go
earlier,
crazy,
but-
Ohms.
Okay, fine. It's an
Angela
Angela.
pick.
Yeah. No.
The what, YSS
don't be
Lapu?
scared to go a little ham.
Or YSS
Like,
Katat?
just don't go half-hearted or half-baked,
Yeah.
right? If you're gonna go local, like you mentioned,
Just
do
go for
it
the Gatot
with
again.
conviction.
Mhm.
Do it with panache. I don't know if
Panache.
that's the right term, but yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. I think we are in expanding rivers for this map. So
Yep, expanding
expect
rivers.
gold laners to, well, I mean, gold laners now, regardless whether it's expanding rivers or not, do just go through the river to join, but that opens up the avenue for the
Why says
jungle a little
Katat?
bit more. And of course, paths. to
No,
go
they
in and
take the
out of
Kalea
lane.
this time.
So ONIC this time take out the
That means
Kalea.
Homeboys get the Gatot.
Maybe I'm really just not used to it, but I'm very iffy about the Angela Rush pick here. Unless they're gonna go this way. Unless they're gonna go for double sustain, or I'm not thinking about the SS. Unless they go Angela Bauman as the combo.
Oh. Whoa. That sounds like a very fun
Leomord.
combo, bro.
Do we get the Leomord?
Not
Give
gonna
us the
lie.
Leomord.
Oh my goodness.
Give us the
Alright,
Leo.
alright. I was excited.
Give us the Leomord.
And
Do
for a
it.
bad reason.
Do
But with that,
it.
the Leomord
There it is, boys.
actually a really good lock-in.
You want to see a new
I
patch?
can
We'll
get
show you a
behind
new
this.
patch.
I can get behind this, Redmore. Maybe I'm just a little biased with that one, but yeah.
I mean, let's be real
I
though.
get you, bro. It's fine. You know how I get every time Akai gets.
If they
put in
feel
the game.
confident against
But
the other two teams,
Leomord, don't you
what
think it's a
better
little bit
time
greedy,
to
though? Leomord,
test?
Freya,
It
and
is greedy.
Angela in the first phase, they're showing way too much.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say 100% super greedy, bro. But again, I don't think Homeboys would practice this or run this without practice.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how much trust I have the Homeboys. Even if they lost that last game, I have a lot of trust they can pull off stuff like this. So, but again, might be too spicy. Might be a little bit too spicy.
Yeah, and great pickup too. Yisun Shin and Kimmy are not the easiest to catch in the game, and if ever Amal is gonna be looking at Sans and Kiboy, and he's
New
gonna
patch?
be on
Say less.
duty to really be the
Homeboys
one
are
to
like, "We
chase him
got you."
down, it might not be as easy as you'd want it to be. Kimmy is the perfect pick for the first 3 picks at Homeboy.
I mean, this
showed up
is
here.
but
Although there is a chance
realistically,
Sans
right?
might get run over. There's also the equally and maybe even slightly higher chance.
Even if
that
they
the
lose
Kimmy's
this,
just
they
gonna
go
be
against
maybe just 1 or 2 deaths at most, and then
they go against
Homeboy starts to
TFY tier
realize,
influence
wait,
rage,
why
which
can't
are they
we get
probably
this
feel
Kimmy? Why
confident.
does it seem like it's so difficult to take down and chase?
Yeah, this Kimmy.
Yo, doesn't
obviously,
Japan like to
it
play the
feels like,
Freya?
If it's crucial to have someone like what do you call this, a Kalea there, because yes, it will definitely get dove by the Freya and the Leomord. So both of them, in the case of Leomord, you will literally get run over. So
Yep.
it's crucial for them to get that. But yes, you're absolutely right. I feel like the Kimmy is going to be so powerful if it can pull off the kite properly.
Let's see if it can. I think they're gonna need
ONIC
another
are
piece
drafting
for
like they don't
really
even
good
know, like they
kiting
don't
if
even
they
care.
want
There's a
to.
new patch.
And since they do
Homeboys
have
are
Kimmy
drafting
and
like,
YSS already in the center,
all we're gonna pick is
ONIC
new
can
patch
most definitely
heroes.
still go double fighter, and Homeboys are thinking the same way. They can honestly just close it up with the same pick. They can just go Lapu
Apple
Lapu,
game 1 went to ONIC, but Homeboys
Ruby again
almost had it.
would be really good. Maybe if they want to, they can pick up the Ruby first. Although that already does show the gold lane. And
They
then
were winning a
just
lot
play
of team
around the
fights, but
EXP,
honestly,
or they'll pick their gold
even though
laner
it looked like
last.
Homeboys almost had it,
I'm
ONIC
really
almost
heavily leaning
always
towards
had the
this
gold
being a
lead.
fighter, because if they go marksman, then
Homeboys
this
are winning
time
team
ONIC is gonna
fights,
be too greedy.
but they were
If
losing
that's
in the
gonna
farm
be a
department.
Traditional carry
Kyrie
gold
was able to
laner,
just
you'll
farm,
have
farm,
triple
farm,
carries
and then
that are
eventually
farm defense. Exactly, triple marksman. That's way
the
too much.
YSS was too much.
Yeah, it might be way too much. I think it won recently in like a different tournament in the SEA Games, just one game. But then again, it was very conditional on who you're
Scores
fighting
1-0.
off against. You saw how crazy, you saw how chaotic the Homeboys lineup can be.
Scores
and
1-0. Scores
you saw how
1-0.
willing they are to actually give the fight to your face. So, yeah, triple marksman is definitely too greedy here. I think marksman might want to go
Rock
to
Band,
the
Top
side
Band,
of
Hilda
Homeboys
Band.
too. Because I think you might want
What
to
else
throw
is
this
there
Frey
for
on
Rome?
XP instead. It just feels like it's just
They could
too
go over
much
the
as
they could
well.
go the Lolita.
Too many
against
people
the
have to
Kimmy.
farm.
Yeah,
Or yeah, fighter gold lane is also a possibility.
yeah, exactly. Hilda's gone, Gata's gone,
Lolita.
Brock is gone. The best roam right now, maybe that could be left for Daniel, is either the high loss or the Cho. Oh, and ONIC take it away. Great call, and this is gonna be a Cho gold lane for Skylar.
Yeah, that's huge. It feels like a great deny pick, right? I think
Lolita
ONIC right
Lapu?
away said, you know what, we can pick it up. No need to give
Hylos?
him any comfort. And yeah, right on the dot here. Very aggressive lineup for ONIC as well. Hylos.
They're stuck with that. Again, the only other roamer right now that can pack or revitalize up against
Hot
that
take.
Kalea.
EXP lane
Lots
Hylos.
of routes here for Homeboys.
Lapu in the XP.
But-
Hylos, Lapu. Solid.
Lapu.
Lapu, you still get some decent damage
I don't
out.
know.
You guys have
Integrated to think
no
that maybe
magic
Lapu might
damage.
work with this. I'm kind of iffy
You guys
on
have
this
no
Lapu.
magic damage.
If they'd go for Lapu, it's pure physical damage burst.
Yeah.
Pure fighter, triple fighter lineup.
Who won first game? ONIC won first
Is
game.
this gonna work?
1-0.
They cannot. They have no reach.
Yeah,
How are they gonna reach the Kimmy?
exactly. This is not Homeboys versus.
I mean, it's no different than
This
last
is gonna
series.
be Homeboys versus Antique Harass and Dominance Ice.
Yes,
All
sir.
of that physical that they have. Oh, and now they're gonna be up against an Alice. This Alice would blend perfectly with the lineup of ONIC. This is gonna be a very tough game for Homeboys. And I don't know. What do you think? What's the condition here for Homeboys? Just look at their lineup, because again, we're looking at ONIC's draft and going, this is looking really good. Homeboys, what do they need to do?
Man, as much as I want to be biased towards the lineup that has a Leomord, I can't see the win condition here, bro.
Yeah.
They're literally
Win condition
all
is rough.
short range heroes. No one has any long range. So they need to dive all the time if they want to win. They need to stick together as a 5-man or a 3-man, 4-man unit if they want to just not get kited to oblivion.
Yes.
So, man, my brain is just not braining on how this Homeboys lineup is gonna win, bro.
Honestly, they would have been better
Yeah,
at picking
I
like
think
the
I can see,
Alice
the
XP or
idea
something.
slowly wrapping around. It seems like now it's all the more dependent for Homeboys to fight better.
Cassidy,
because
what are you doing up
you
so
lay
late?
down
That's
like
the
a
real
team
question
fighting
now.
condition. Seems like that
So,
is going to
yeah,
be the main case.
The team fighting condition is stun someone, make sure that person goes down before they can run away.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah, easier said than done. It's game number 2, ONIC versus Homeboys, and just at the beginning, the aggression of the Kalea and the Kimi together will be able to bring Izanami down low, but not able to take him out.
Yeah, look very closely at what Sanj is doing. That's the whole game. He's gonna be doing that the whole game.
Whole
And,
game.
look at this. Just look at this, man. There's just no way they can fight back. Even with the Leo board there, good damage. Again, damage was
I mean,
a
we'll
little bit
see, guys.
improved
We'll
on
see.
the Leo board. Yeah, you're gonna have to chase Sans non-stop. You're gonna chase a flying Kimi all across the map, and you're gonna have to go through a Kalea. You're gonna have to go through a
Alice, Cho.
all game long.
So
Very
much.
difficult. Here comes an entry by Kiboy.
So much peel
Knocked
for
up,
Sans,
damage
too.
continuous.
Daniel dead, Daniel
almost
dead,
brought
Daniel
down.
dead.
Can he
Oh,
be finished
boy.
off
Daniel
by
dead.
ONIC? And the answer is yes. Kiboy and Sans
Oh,
still going
Lord.
after Izanami, but Kiboy has to back off, taking a lot of damage from the turn, but the flicker, the entry, Gila.
There you go. At least you got
finishing it
Kiboy.
off, but Amal gets the
You got a kill into the
clapback
hands of,
against Kiboy.
Very crazy non-stop action. I love what I'm seeing. Kyrie as well on the
Mel,
top
what are you
side.
doing,
Mel
bro?
Cutie
Mel.
is gonna
Oh,
get taken
Lord.
out.
This
What
is-
the heck is happening, man?
This turned into a good
falling
game
apart.
1 to a what the
outplayed,
Ellie game 2.
overheated, and this is not the early game that Homeboys wants. Yes, you want them to be aggressive and try to find kills, but not like this. They've only gotten one and they're trying to find another. But Ludwig will be able to survive.
Rough, man.
First turtle, it's gonna be up. Homeboys starting it out, and this might be the silver lining. ONIC decides to focus on the tower in mid. Homeboys will get this turtle.
Yes, you're right. Because this is where the Homeboys
That's
lineup
rough.
is good, Renmar.
It's okay.
When you are around an objective
okay.
and you're
It's
all
okay.
tightly grouped up together.
Yeah.
It's hard for ONIC to actually go near it. Right? Because they need to keep their distance. The Kimi needs to keep distance. The YSS needs to keep the distance. And look at
Is he
that. If they
stunned?
engage, it's going to be so hard. If you
Boy,
don't have a
nabbed.
flicker,
Can you get the
if you
damage?
don't have a Shinpo,
Okay.
Exactly
Hold
as
on.
you mentioned, when they're
Decent
all
damage.
together, they just look so strong. They decide to find 2 kills. And
Okay, they find
actually
2 at
get
least.
Melcuti
It's something. It's
barely
something.
Able to escape, but
1-0 on them all.
There's Homeboy.
Izanami, though,
with the
stealing
clapback.
kills from
so that's the
Melcuti.
condition that you exactly were looking for, Rockhart. Group up together.
This
find
is new
kills.
patch.
This is how you're gonna stop the bleeding
Ah, yeah.
that ONIC
This
could
is-
potentially deliver.
This is new patch.
yeah, they're going to have to go choo-choo train and steamroll as a literal death ball. Right? That's just become a literal death ball, and you're going to be fine. That's Homeboys' lineup. And just make sure you don't die and you don't get kited in the process.
ONIC, though, if ever it gets to the point where the score is relatively close or the goal is relatively close, the death ball might not be as easy to pull off in the latter stages of the game because, again, the problem that you pose for Homeboys is still going to be there. The problem of the Yi Sun-shin and the Kimi and the question of whether or not you can actually reach them. But then the biggest thing that they have to watch out for is actually that Alice.
All right,
that
second turtle.
Come the later stages is going to be difficult to take down, and the damage profile for Homeboys isn't
Wait, so
really
who
cut
got first
out
turtle? ONIC
for
got first
mid
turtle?
to late game Alice. They're gonna be relying on just surviving the fight way longer than ONIC, which, again, it's an Alice. That's what she does. She thrives in the long team fight.
That's right. I'm actually just waiting for
11
Luffy to
seconds,
farm
still
up a little
turtle.
bit, and I'm pretty sure
Jamal
later
making
on,
his way up.
he's going to be happy to dive in with the Throne of Ruin anytime, especially after you lock in the
Waiting for
what
orange
do you
buff
call
to
that?
respawn?
The red carpet.
Oh, no, has orange buff
yeah.
already.
I haven't used high loss in a while. I forgot the name.
The
Glorious
Nobody's got
Pathway.
vision
There
on
you
them
go.
all.
Pathway, yes.
Once you see the Glorious Pathway, I think Lutfi will be going straight for the back line. Either the Freya
Okay.
or the Leomord.
Yeah, exactly. Luthia, right now you see him. He's the one
Kyrie
holding on.
looking
Here
for an
comes
angle
Kiboy.
in.
Entry
Resin on the backside with a Braves fighter. Big
with
stun.
the slam.
But look at the damage on
He
Amal.
gets the
That's
pick off.
disgusting.
Amal
Oh, my
falls.
lord.
Daniel as well. ONIC have broken the formation of Homeboys, but Homeboys still fighting back. Look at Mel QT, but this is going to be a massive trade.
Oh, my
ONIC
lord.
survives.
You couldn't even get the
Kyrie
kill.
did not
You couldn't even
fall.
get the kill,
With
Mel.
just a sliver
Mel.
of health. The
Mel.
killing
What the
spree
hell?
Keeps him alive. Izanami gets a
Oh,
takedown.
Lord, that
Skylar,
was bad.
but
That looked
Izanami
so bad.
eventually falls. ONIC
You
with
had
a
one
massive
job,
win.
Mel. and you fully committed just to fail.
I really thought he was gonna go down.
You were like,
thought
listen,
under the turret, he had so much
you saw so much
experience that he
value.
knew
Mel,
he was
you saw
gonna
so
win,
much value. You were
even
like,
though his HP
I'm
was
gonna go under the
literally
tower,
like 1%,
and even if I die,
2%.
it's worth it if I kill
Bro,
Kyrie.
this is just very
But you
good team
couldn't
fighting coming
do
in
it,
from
bro.
ONIC, despite again Homeboys technically having the beefier lineup.
So here's one of the problems I
And
think
it
too.
all goes back
testing
to one
so
of their
much in the
biggest
new patch.
stripes with the
I
draft
think
here for
terms of,
Homeboys,
like,
the lack of range. Team fights
don't
for
know-
them are way too
A lot of these
all
heroes
in.
or a lot like
Yes, they can
these
deal
strategies in
damage,
generals
but
haven't been
finishing it off
limit
is a
tested
different
yet. And by
story.
limit
Now,
test, I
5
mean
minutes
like
into the game, they have not
how
yet
far
crossed the 15,000
can you push your
gold
hero
threshold. ONIC
before
is
you
getting
die,
closer
right?
To 20,000. It's an early
how much
3K
health do you need to
gold
pull
lead,
something
and
off?
this is one
What level
big
do you need
team
to be to
fight
pull
loss
something
away
off?
from ONIC
What level does the
completely
opponent need to
taking
be
control of
to
the
pull
game.
something
There's
off?
still
And
one
like
more
that
big
example
window
right there, like
Homeboys can
Mel
find
didn't know
here
for
in terms
sure
of a big team
or
fight, but
thought
they have
that he would be able to
set
get
it
onto that
up
tower,
with a pickoff
take
first.
2 shower shots, and still get the
they
kill.
might actually start losing out on ground the
Next time
moment
he'll
that
know.
ONIC gets richer. You know, the moment they get
But
an
like
item
essentially,
advantage. So the
yeah,
window is closing
that's rough.
fast, Renmar.
That's so rough.
Sky Piercer already built up for Sans, who has 4 kills.
Yeah,
No stacks on it
Zushin,
just yet.
huge
Here comes
nerf.
the Glorious Pathway. Daniel might be a little bit too greedy, but
Glorious Pathway comes out. Look at the damage on the Sans.
That's
That's
so much
something.
damage. Here comes the clapback of Homeboys. They are
Loopy.
working together as a hit squad.
Push back.
Sans is still the only
Oh
one
my
holding
lord.
with the Loopy.
Look at
Hold
everybody.
on to
Everybody's
both
on
sides,
Loopy right
keep him
now.
alive, but the Alice will eventually
But
fall.
look at the bottom. Look at the
That
bottom
is
lane. Look at the
because
bottom
Homeboys
lane.
get picked again, and they have found their window. They've closed it. ONIC still has a little bit of a lead, but Homeboys are fighting back.
Itchy
Yeah, they're
armpit.
definitely fighting back. The small consolation prize is Kyrie did
know what's
get
up
a
with
lot
that.
of gold farming solo while all of that was happening, while Lut
And they're unable to
was
get that
buying a lot
tower.
of time. So
Oh.
very good advantage.
Oh
for
lord,
Homeboys.
not
Look
like
at
this,
that.
not like this, not like this.
Go for it again.
Where's the horse? Where's the fucking horse? Hard guard onto Amal. Amal, just run. Just run. Just run. Bravest fighter. Get the fuck out of there. Daniel, get the fuck out of there. You guys, guys, Homeboys.
Hold on. Reza is gonna go down, and Homeboys get spotted out.
Yeah, again, you think you have an advantage in the ONIC, then they
Bruh.
kind of just remind you why
You think you have an
they are
advantage,
one
and
of
then
the
ONIC's like,
strongest
yo.
teams in the world.
You guys never had a
They
chance.
find an opening right after, right after licking their wounds, which is very impressive. And again, because they are a world championship caliber team.
7.5 minutes Malefic Roar for Kyrie. He's level 12. That is an item rush, but he has a 3-level lead over his jungling counterpart now. And all our fears for the Homeboys lineup have come true. All of the issues that we had with it, ONIC are just making the most of the cards that they were dealt. And this is the expected result that we're seeing.
And here's the thing. This is what we saw last time too,
100%.
right? And then you're
That's
just gonna
why I
leak
said
gold
the
because
consolation prize for ONIC earlier was super good.
Homeboys
because,
have to
as
stay
you mentioned,
together
it's a
just to
level
even have a
lead. It's
chance
huge level lead.
to win a fight.
If you give
They
Kyrie
have to
so
stick
much
together
more
just to
free
have a
farm time.
chance to win a
And we're
fight,
seeing
not to
that
guarantee they
right
win a
now.
fight,
We
just
saw
to have a
that
chance.
earlier. And I
ONIC,
think later on,
Kyrie
we'll
just does
also
whatever
see
he
it
wants, man.
on
He's
the
like,
Red
yeah, I'm gonna
Tree
go
Battle. Level
farm, I jump
13,
back into
level
a fight,
14
we win a
versus level
fight, I
10.
go back to farm, I'm all
Come
around the
back
map.
up to
Here comes
Glorious
Glorious
here. Here comes
Pathway, we weren't able to lock
Pathway
onto
from
Kyrie.
Daniel.
Kyrie's gonna
Throne of Ruin
re-engage.
already committed.
It's
They
a
get
big
to
whiff by
avoid it.
Homeboys
Loopy
into
will
the
be able
back.
to get on out
Loopy
of there with
able
the
to get
lead.
away.
ONIC
Heart guard is on them
though,
all, but it doesn't really
fighting
matter.
back little
Kalea
by
able to get a
little.
tsunami slam. Look at the
Slowly,
damage on
the
Mel
Murderer,
Cutie.
the boy
Couldn't
with
still
the
he deleted.
entry. Massive
Skylar on the backside
control,
gets a big kick on him all.
massive
Oh my
damage.
lord.
ONIC
Picked
are
apart.
taking control.
Picked
Skylar
apart,
will be
bro.
coming in
Picked
from the
apart.
back, Rock
Daniel, you're down next.
Yeah,
Izanami
it
and
looks
Reza.
really, really good. ONIC just
Izanami,
know
I mean.
how to dismantle this, especially with Skylar just making the perfectly timed
10-minute
entry
game.
from the back.
10-minute game.
Izanami
10-minute
all
game.
alone. You're not a mage. You can't clear these minion waves. And I think that's ONIC going straight
Oh
for the
my lord,
jugular,
10-minute game.
And they will take him
10-minute
down.
game.
Izanami quite easily getting disposed of here. Melcutie doing his best to clear these waves.
ONIC still has minion waves to work with if they want
Only
to
because
push
ONIC
the
was
issue.
going to play it safe.
23,000.
Like, all right, fine.
The
We'll
Golden
back off.
Homeboys, ONIC,
Kyrie
with
just
an
got
almost
BOD in.
10,000 gold
Still
lead
15,
for
5, 0, and
that.
7. I think
They
is
tried
that third
to
item
make
for
the
Kyrie?
play.
Is that third item for Kyrie?
Commendable, but ONIC just had too big a lead in the lineup, and the damage
Or second
profile
item
just
for
works
Kyrie?
way too
But it's a
heavily
BOD, so it's expensive as
towards
fuck.
their favor. Skylar split off from the rest of the group to get vision. He's going to be spotting out that Angela, trying to apply pressure. Skylar sees the Angela. Izanami in trouble. He gets kicked. Izanami brought down to 10%, and it looks like he's going to get taken out. Soloed by Skylar. And now it's a 5v4
Bruh.
across the map. ONIC, here comes
Oh
Skylar.
my
He's
lord,
looking
look at the
for
knockup.
the Throne of Ruin. win, stopping the exit of Amal and Malcuti, but they'll be able to get away, not be able to get stunned by Skylar.
Daniel
but
down.
they get
Daniel-san.
Daniel along
Daniel-san.
the way. Only 3
Bro.
members remain for Homeboys. An absolute
Even Rogard's
massacre
like,
for
bro.
ONIC.
Rogard said,
Yep, they got
bro.
separated, and now you see the weakness of the Homeboys lineup. We talked about this over and over. Yes, you are super strong as a 5-man death ball, but in separate components, it's quite easy to take you out. It's like taking apart sushi, bro. It's just not the same.
Yeah, I mean, call it an experience all you want, an experimental fusion or attempt to change sushi. Sushi is sushi for a reason. You don't need to change it. And ONIC understood that. They looked at their lineup. They looked at what Homeboys brought and said, okay, we will pick you apart.
We're
Even
gonna
though
drink
you
some
don't
water
want
to this one.
The Cho pick there near the end, the Alice as well in the last two. ONIC, it looks like they're just going to be
ONIC's
on
not
their way
even
to
rushing
finishing
it,
here
bro.
with this push.
Yeah, and they're rushing this. By the way, we are at 11 minutes. We got
He said
Big
they're
Lord
rushing.
walking on the
I
bottom
mean,
side
like,
of the map.
they're
and
rushing
I
it, but
don't
they're not
see
like
Homeboys walking out
here.
here
They're gonna wait for
anytime soon.
Lord.
Look at Lutfi.
They're still
He's just
playing
in front.
patient.
He's,
For the
showing
lead they
it off
have,
with
they're
the
playing
recall,
patient.
And they're just waiting for that Lord to arrive. Here comes that possible last clash.
ONIC, I set, ending it here with a quick sweep to start
Kyrie.
off their campaign in
Look at
games
Kyrie,
of the
bro.
future. Homeboys doing their absolute damnedest to hold on.
He's waiting.
Reza, look at him trying to hold that Alice at bay. But the Alice we talked about
They know the
earlier is one
dive
of the
could come
biggest
from
problems.
Reza.
They don't have the damage, and it still rings true. Hard guard coming in for the Leomore. Can they actually find a turnaround
patience
here?
from
Here
Kyrie
comes
in the back.
Malcuti,
Malcuti
but he
goes
just gets
down.
Blasted down.
Amal
Throne
goes
of
down.
Ruin. Homeboys stuck together.
Izanami
and
goes
they
down.
Fall together.
That's it. Wrap it
Four
up.
Down. Reza, last one
Put
holding.
a bow
It's
on
a
it.
maniac for
Send 'em
Gila
off.
Assad,
GG's.
And a sweep victory for
GG's.
ONIC.
GG's.
Just like we predicted, Renmar,
after one.
this
It
crazy
would've been better
Kimmy
if there's someone
is
to
gonna just
commit to
kite
it
all day
just
long.
yet.
We
They
saw
know
that. We
some
already
of the
said it
resources are
before
already
the
down
match
here.
happened.
Bro, 10 and
And
3.
Vamos.
So
Oh my
ONIC
lord.
Indonesia are gonna win against the Homeboys in a 2-0 fashion, and they have to say
up
they're
front, Zorn, but Demon Kite's going to secure it. Light just on 3, able to
Oh,
go ahead
Lord.
and take everyone out with that Raging Sandstorm. And now Last and Standing going to be used too. Siska falls, just melted down. Domin Kite unleashed. And there's a huge tech charge though with Zorn on their side of the map. So Aurora Gaming and Game in that first fight.
right now. I wonder what his choice, even if the initiation sphere actually is very fast when it comes to taking.
All right,
out
now the
people.
next series though,
This aggressive
I think we got a
combination
banger for the
from
next series.
Aurora
It's
might
Team Spirit
be
versus RQ.
the stronger lineup, but for Team Vamos, they're gonna be pushing all of their eggs in this basket called Aero 404 the season chin.
Okay, well.
For me, I feel like we
giving
watched
the
Team Spirit
information
versus
over here,
RQ,
just gonna
but
go ahead and spot
we'll
things
ask the
out.
people.
Yeah, Guinevere in the jungle. I mean, you know, I know we talked about them earlier on too, but I can't remember if it was exactly Versotime that decided to play the Guinevere jungle too.
What series should we
Yeah, I
watch
think it was
next?
Versotime, and you know they had
Yeah.
really
Team
a
Spirit
really rough
versus
game and then a really good
RQ.
game on
or
Guinevere jungle, and you know it's one of
Aurora.
those things that it can work relatively well, but the execution's got to be there.
Turkey A,
Kind of feel like is one of those players that should
versus
be able to pull it off, but he's already going to go ahead and
Thick
start
Seal.
trying to take some of the camps over here from Team Vamos. I think he's just zoned out though by Zorn. Zorn will go ahead and push him out of that jungle, so keeping things under control for Team Vamos.
And then I wonder why Natko is not having a good time against Nomenkite, because I would have said that Team Vamos, all their lanes are really
Humankind
good.
on jungle
Light
Gwen?
is just being very aggressive right now. I wonder
Any other
what
spicy
his
picks here?
choice of Rome Blessing is. I think that we're not able to see it. I hope it is actually
Humankind on the
which is,
carry?
going to be really spicy, but yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
it is direct hit.
That's
Or is it?
yeah.
Let's encourage, yeah.
Yeah, the thing
Sadly.
for the Khalid too is you just actually do quite a bit of damage early on. Ooh, wow, they get the flicker out already from Zorn. Some early aggression here in the mid lane, and 8 seconds away from this turtle to be up. So, you know, Zorn's just gonna kind of be a vision provider for this one. Without the flicker, you know, he's got to be a little more careful for this. Doesn't want to get set up because again, you know, he's doesn't have that tech charge just yet either. So they might choose to just give this over to Aurora. I know they're going to go ahead and focus on getting the buff here too and Aero 404. unless they fight for this, they just go for the 50-50.
RWM comes down. Look at the damage on Zorn.
Charging up.
Zorn deleted.
To go down, and Demon Kite will secure the turtle. Light Quicksand guards, heals back up. They're fine. And Aurora will win that first fight.
Yeah, Demon Kite reading Error 404 like a book. Great usage of the real-world manipulation, the way that they timed it, made it so the Team Vamos, even when they wanted to fight, they couldn't. And Error 404 might look for a kill. Light has the flicker, has the Quicksand guard as well. Error 404, what he did was to pop his...
They're taking things pretty chill on this side of things, I feel like.
Pop his arrow towards that turtle, which could have actually stolen. Maybe there's a chance that he can steal away. It's not as strong as a Retribution. But the way that Demon Kite read through it, it kind of felt like Error 404 was helping Demon Kite take down the turtle. As
Get some extra damage.
As he saw, yeah. As soon as he saw the Yusuke stop attacking the turtle, wait for that arrow to fly, gets the Retribution and gets the turtle afterwards. Well done, Demon Kite, but Aurora Gaming are leading by 1,000.
Definitely watching Spirit RQ.
The movements that they
The
were
only
doing
way.
there in
This is
game.
the way.
Yeah, this is interesting too. You know, Light's got quite a bit of a level advantage against Zorn. I mean, nearly a full level. Zorn.
I don't think it's too far away, though.
Charge now, so this is the opportunity for Team Vamos to go ahead and start making some plays.
It's 30
just like we
minutes.
saw them do in
30
game
minutes.
one, where it was
Oof.
really
We need
heavily
that last
focused
game to
in
go a
that
little bit
mid lane.
longer.
But they're gonna have to choose the fights better. I feel like, because at some point in game one they just kind of were caught.
Oh my lord.
Just tons of damage
Air 404.
on Arrow 404. Even without the RWM, again, the power of that Guinevere, that burst damage against a YSS really showing there. They're going to force them off again. Zorn trying to get away. He's going to have to tech charge defensively to get on out from not dying there.
Wow, that was great usage of this Guinevere. And you can really say right now that, yeah, Guinevere actually answers the Yisenshin in many ways. Obviously, Yisenshin is still a very strong jungling hero. But the Guinevere, if you play it correctly, like what Demon Kite is doing right now, he's actually outplaying Error 404 many times this game.
Bro, you going to shoutcast an M7? We'll see, bro. Stay tuned.
To your spatial migration, your dash. There's so much ways for
We're
you to
definitely going to
do
be live
for you to
streaming a
get
good
away
chunk
with
of it.
Yisenshin.
Man, look at this. Aurora so aggressive.
We're going to do a big, like, we're going to do a multi-day live stream throughout the Swiss stage. I'll tell you this much, I won't be casting Swiss stage or wild card. If I do cast, it's just going to be knockouts. But that also means we get to focus some time on streaming. And I've already taken off 2 weeks of work in January. So we have a plan to like do a multi-day stream, big subathon stream, something along those lines.
Way too early, and Edward survives because of that. Now they want to go for an exchange, though. They will take out one.
Good trade. That was a good trade. I mean, they at least get Demon Kite, but still, Edward's gonna find Siska. So Aurora Gaming does.
My stash should be nerfed? Never, bro.
After that, but
We don't nerf the stash.
But they have a lot
Leo
of
shaved
ground
his
to cover
stash
here, man.
off.
They're 4,500 gold behind.
Crazy.
Yeah. And this is a lot at 5 minutes in. Especially if you're a lineup that wants to win in the early stages because of your fighter gold lane choice of the X-Worg. Natko, unfortunately, only getting the War Axe as of this moment. 5 minutes and 57 seconds in. Quite slow with the timing, and it might be so bad already for the entirety of Team Vamos. They're not having a good time right now. Whereas for Aurora Gaming, you have Dominic with 2 items already up. That's Corrosion Sight.
So Team Spirit vs RQ is on this feed.
Carry, which should have been struggling in the early stages, but Team Vamos have fallen so badly in the early stages that now they are the ones having to look for an angle for Aurora Gaming to maybe
Bro, Aurora Gaming is just
mess up. Aurora Gaming is unfortunately not a team that's known to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, the only time we've really seen them make big mistakes are.
But let's be real, in
when they go
terms
against
of
a Kryptonite, man.
4
And,
series,
right
we've
now,
already
that's
seen a
how
lot of
Team
heroes.
Vamos. So, Aurora Gaming getting a position.
Oh,
Edward's gonna take
good damage on Edward.
everything. Still going to be fine with the Vengeance. There's the initiation with Raging
Air 404 goes down, bro. Rora's just picking them apart, man.
Aurora just came to take 3 kills and the turtle. And again, they continue to take everything they want. They'll focus on the mid lane next. Siska and Natko left alive, scraping up what they can, but they're going to have to watch the tier 1 in the mid fall as well. a huge power spike in favor of Aurora Gaming PH right now.
A string of good outplays coming up from Aurora Gaming. And as of this moment, the gold laner for Aurora Gaming is leading by 2,000 gold from his competition. That's exactly one item ahead. And that's going to be a big problem now for this X-Borg, who's not going to be...
I don't think anyone's sleeping on Aurora.
This Light just able to go ahead and cause havoc here, take the attention from multiple members of Team
Like, we know
Vamos.
they're a strong team.
So still just putting that pressure on this side of the jungle. They'll go ahead and refocus on grabbing the buffs
think
they need. And
after their
resetting here.
performance
Lord's gonna be up in about a minute
last
and
M
10, so
series,
Team Vamos has
being
time
the
to go ahead
first
and
PH team to
catch
be
what they
knocked
can.
out
I
of
mean, even
groups
so,
slash
I'm just
Swiss.
wondering here, Wolf, like, do they have enough time to even
Ever?
get in a fighting position for the first Lord, or do they just have to give it away
Ever?
in hopes to
They just
defend
kind of,
against that first Lord push?
there's like just that worry,
The
right?
quick answer is that they don't have...
And they have been
And I think
known
that it's
sometimes
way
on the
smarter
international
to
stage
just give it away, just get the
to
fight
just
moving,
like,
maybe
oof.
defend the Lord push from your own side of the base. Because to be fair,
Do
they
I
have the
think
edge
they've
where it goes to
definitely
two. So they have the
improved and gotten
range
better? For
and
sure.
the wave clear to do it if they group up together. But it seems like Aurora Gaming are, you know, speeding up this push as they have already taken out the inhibitor turret in the mid lane before the Lord.
I'm not saying they're gonna choke,
Yeah, they take out
but
tier
there are
2
odds that they could choke.
already on bottom, mid, top. Shields are going to be
My
in,
future- your
jeopardy
future
too here
ex-husband,
soon.
Cassidy?
10 seconds away from that Lord, though, and Aurora Gaming still holding
Is
on
it
to almost
Edward?
a 10,000 gold lead up at this point.
Gotta be
It's
Edward.
almost scary if you think Team Vamos decides to fight them for that first objective. It might just
You talking about Aurora PH or Aurora
plant
Turkey?
themselves up in the mid lane, and that's what happens when you lose, especially these tier 2 turrets. You know, you don't have the space to work with. You're at a big space disadvantage. Siska giving the information. Lord's going to be obliterated so quickly here by Aurora Gaming, and so they will go ahead and get ready. to
People
march
forget they
towards
dom.
these
No, no
base
one's
turrets of
forgetting
Team
that. I don't think
Vamos,
anyone's.
and
I mean, don't get me wrong.
that's
You
one of
got
the
your
hard things
haters.
about
Don't
this
get me
competition,
wrong.
man. They have
You
so
have
many
your
options to go
haters.
ahead and start a fight if they want to.
I don't think
and
for
force
sure that
Team
Aurora
Vamos
PH
to respond
is
to
gonna
them, and
choke. I'm
that's
not
what
sitting here
Aurora
like.
Gaming PH is so good
And I know
at
there are
doing.
people out there that are
They got work
saying
on these
that
early
and will
shields, trying to
probably
get these down
continue to
already
say
before
that.
the Lord. Look at that
Oh my
burst
goodness.
from Dome and Kite. Again, he's locked in on the items here. Not go to, trying to clear that out, trying to hold on to the shield, but the Lord will be making its way down that mid lane.
You see how many units Demon Kite is able to jump from. That's how far he can close the gap against Team Vamos. And he actually made the play wherein he jumped so that he can steal away the purple buff. And now there's really nothing that they're giving to Team Vamos. The Lord push now commences for Aurora Gaming.
Lord's going to go ahead and get ready. Shields are going to pop up top and mid. They'll clear out the wave. So Aurora Gaming might not be able to get too much more unless, once again,
All right,
with this next wave's pushing in, if they decide to go
we're
ahead
still
and
killing
fight.
time.
So we'll see if Team Vamos has a plan of their own on defense, trying to manage these waves and the potential forced initiation from Aurora.
That's
He's
how
gonna stand
big push
there
coming down
and
the bottom
watch
lane,
me
two cards
back.
out
I don't
there,
know
but
why
the
that's
defense
stuck
is
in my
getting there
head.
for Vamos. This is the strength of their composition.
Team Spirit versus RQ, 23 minutes.
Gonna get jumped on here. He went in from that backside. Now Edward.
Bro, DJY
gonna
was
go down.
hurting.
They're gonna trade it. Zorn for Edward.
Hurting, bro.
For now, UA dropping
Hurting
down. He
bad.
gets the enclave. He can't get
Bro, 10 to
Naruto
2.
so close. Even with
10
that
to
burst
2.
on this Eve, but their next target is this top base turret. They're still going to be putting the pressure. Light leading the charge.
We'll
Trying
see
to
if
get the
Aurora
space
wins
that
this
they need
tournament.
here. Natko now
I
trying
think
to go ahead and
them
clear
winning,
out
because
that
even
wave the
though
best they can. It
you could
looks
say like, oh, this
so
tournament
far,
doesn't
so good.
mean too much. Like
For
it's a
Team
$1 million
Vamos.
tournament. It's a big
They're gonna be able to
tournament.
maintain what they can here.
People want that back.
Not
They want the
surprised
money.
Again, the Zebra of HP, Air 404 wants to defend. They have taken out Demon Kite, which for Team Vamos is already a big win. The fact that
Big
they
chance
have
grand
not lost
finals
any
here
of the
could be
inhibitor turrets.
Yep.
Aurora
Sort of a
Gaming
good
versus
sign for Team
ONIC.
Vamos, despite
And I
them
think it'll be a
losing
good
a
test
lot
run
in the early stages
for
of the game.
some of
They
these
did
teams.
say that when it comes to the defense, they have the
How much
edge, but they
Botox did
have
you get
the
for
team
1 mil? A
able
whole
to
lot.
add in the
You get the
usage
Kim
on top
K
of that.
treatment.
They do have a lot of wave clear on their side.
The
They have to
Kylie-
do more,
the
though,
Kylie
but
Jenner
punishes
treatment.
were good. We cannot deny the fact that Team Vamos have found the right openings to take on Edward as well as Demon Kite. Aurora Gaming, because of the lead that they have amassed in the first 11 minutes of the game, it's been that they're still comfortable despite losing core heroes from their side.
Yeah, this is one of the things, you know, is their defense. Even if you're down, you know, 5,000+ gold, you're still in a potential to defend it. We've seen it happen before. It's just you really have to be kind of locked in on that defense and managing the waves, and that takes a certain amount of finesse for Team Vamos to pull off.
Jesus Heal 100. What's up, man?
How much they are here. So with Lord coming up, I'm wondering if they're actually going to go ahead and try to contest this. It might just be up to a point of let's just try to make it happen. A conceal is going to be used. Light does have an immortality. He'll be able to spot out Zorn and Error 404. So they give the signal to start this Lord up here. It's going to be
again. This is a big patch note.
Leading up that charge, a Mountain Shocker is going to be used. They're going to force Aurora off of the Lord, so it goes for a bit of a reset.
We still don't know exactly where the meta completely stands.
Some of the
I do really like the fact that this tournament happens and they're playing on the new patch, because we get a good idea, and a lot of teams are going to get a lot of information from this tournament. Even teams that aren't playing.
But Demonkite's going to secure it. Light just on 3, able to go ahead and take everyone out with that Raging Sandstorm, and now Last and Standing going to be used too. Siska falls, just melted down.
Oh, nice knock up. But there's no Last Insanity to
die as well. Going to be charged down,
pair up with it.
down.
Air 404, what were you doing, bro? What was that?
Anybody. Again, it's only Natgo left alive, and Aurora.
Bro, Malaysia, this is like
in close.
they all do the same thing sometimes.
Again, Natgo trying to do what he can, has some shields, has some armor, but it's not
That's
enough.
it, GG's.
The wipe out Team Vamos and Aurora
GG's.
Gaming Philippines will take this.
We got time to kill now. We got time to kill. We definitely have some time to kill. Getting the Abu Dhabi experience. When did Kakashi reach Kage level? Bro, we got Naruto theory, we got Harry Potter theory. We got all the things. Aurora Gaming versus Mythic Steel. I feel like with patches, big orgs have the advantage because they can dissect the patch easier because they have a better staff. Yeah, I mean, you get a whole fucking team of people, right? Analysts, you have a whole bunch of people who can literally just like run tests. But one thing about this is like these mother lovers, they're not even this patch just dropped. And don't get me wrong, like you can test something, but in the end, unless you're scrimming it against another pro team, like your test doesn't mean too much. It doesn't mean too much, right? There's lots of things that can look good on paper, or all right, so now we just got time to kill. Who's winning, in my opinion? Who's winning the whole event? Oof. I think big chance grand finals ONIC Aurora Gaming Aurora PH. I think we'll get a. I think Team Spirit might get the win on RQ Hoshi here, but we'll see. Let me see something real fast. Team Spirit, exactly. If Team Spirit doesn't beat RQ here, that's I don't know. Like they kind of need to here. Yeah, like depending on how they do here, kind of really like depending on how Team Spirit does in this tournament, does place them in a certain place and how we're gonna look at them for M series. I'm not saying that if they do bad, we completely count them out. But yeah, they should win. This setup with the upcoming matches and stuff for like I like the new layout for Liquipedia. $100 bill is not enough inside my pocket. I'm flat broke, but you don't care. She spent all my cash on your makeup and hair. Bro, imagine we just see some crazy stuff from I'm excited, like I said, teams I'm excited to see play. Zeta Division. We finally get to see, and it's really cool that we get to see Japan in an event before wildcard happens. So we get a nice read on them. Who do they go up against? Who do they play against? Team Max? Team Max from? Team Max is Laos? That's Laos, right? No, Cambodia. Don't act weird. Thanks being a jerk. How much time we got? Like 13 minutes. 13 minutes to the series. Mongols, Influence Rage. Apex 47. I'm excited to see this new lineup. Apex 47 is now coach. One thing you do have to respect as well from Team Spirit is you have no No outer region. Like, get straight EECA. Not even a coach from, not even like a PH coach or Indo coach or anything like that. Ten minutes, boys, 10 minutes. We nap for 10 minutes? Is that what we do? Oh, yeah. What time is it? It's 6:43 a.m. Oh, my lord. We're gonna sleep good. I don't have to work till 3. So, we watch this series. We might go night-night after this series. Not gonna lie. Tomorrow's games are at what time? Same thing, like 4 o'clock? Yeah, same thing, like 4 o'clock. $100 bills is not enough to fill my pocket. I'm flat broke, but you don't care. You spend all my cash on your makeup and hair. Bruh, I need you to chill out, Hank. Hank. Weird Hank. Weirdos. What is your expectation of Mythic Seal? I got no clue, bro. They're not. Are they the. Who's the team? Is it Mythic Seal and. Mythic Seal, the Myanmar team in Worlds? Yangon Galacticos. Team Spirit got 4th place last year in M6. We got 3rd. I'm flat bro, but you don't care. You spend all my cash on your makeup and hair. $100 bills is not enough to start. Anyways. $7 a.m. Is the sun up yet? Sun's not up yet. Coming though. Sunrise is at 7:16. Sunrise is in 30 minutes, guys. What are you doing, Hank? Hank's on one right now. So I got this like really old cat. He's about 18 years old. Um, he has eye issues. Like we just got him a bunch of new eye drops because he scratched his eye again, and he already has like bad vision and stuff. He gets like glaucoma, so his eyes get all cloudy, and it comes in like phases, like it comes and goes. And right now his eyes are all cloudy. And I just moved him into my new place, so he's like he can't really see that well, and he doesn't know the new house, so he just walks around and hisses at everything. Like he'll bump into the washing machine and be like, or there'll be like a chair next to him, and he'll be like, just like skeptical of everything. Hello, Bong. Vincent. Is that Vince? Vince GG, what's up, man? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Ooh, don't know what that was. Subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. We're just waiting for the next series, guys. Konnichiwa. Almost there, guys. Oh no. Babe died. Babe dead. Maybe I should just get a be right back screen. If I did that, I would fall asleep on the couch. We're almost there. We're almost there, boys. Viva RQ Bang. Who wins the first match? Who wins game 1? RQ? Team Spirit.
We're here to win. Let the best win.
Back in action for the Phygital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi with Wolf and
Here we go.
Naisu bringing you the action.
We get the Wolf and Naisu cast
for
now.
MLBB. Naisu, we are going to a different group right now. I think we are going to Group C, and that means it's going to be RRQ Hoshi going up against Team Spirit. But before that, what have we going in our group stage rankings, Naisu?
Yep, so we got. I don't know if that's updated at least for Group B, but yeah. So it looks like ONIC. Yeah, okay. So it is. ONIC went to 2-0, and then
Tenton
just have to find out
Batugan, thank you for the
about,
donation.
The remaining matches, of course. But yeah, now that
I
we
appreciate
go
the
over
donation,
here,
sir.
Team Spirit and RNQ Hoshi. Man, I don't know about this one because it's, with Team Spirit, they've been obviously the strongest force over there in the EECA region. Off of their recent tournaments, I believe, if I recall, they swept their grand final as well, and that's one thing that we've been talking about, how Team Spirit just is, for a lot of people, a lot of the international viewers out there, like, this is a team that they're going to be very familiar with. This is a team that stands out for a lot of people, and like I was saying earlier on, I was like, this is a very a strong team that ends up on a lot of people's tier lists when you go into these major tournaments and big international events, and for good reason. And for RQ Hoshi, again, a team from Indonesia that has
All about that
probably
lumbar
the
support,
biggest
guys.
fan base, like, I would say. I don't know if there's a team out there that has a bigger fan base, or what's the closest
For
to
Mobile
that.
Legends.
Yeah, for MLBB. I will say this though, like, RQ Hoshi in their recent regional professional league, they definitely didn't perform the way that a lot of people are used to seeing for RQ Hoshi. I think they struggled here and there, and if I remember right, they didn't make the playoffs, right? They didn't make their playoffs, and so I'm wondering, again, anytime you have a team like that and you're considering, just the history. Again, the
This should be a
history
dub
behind
for Team
RQ Hoshi
Spirit.
is massive. Like, it goes so far into the history of MLBB, and I'm wondering how much they've been able to improve from their recent regional professional league into this. Because going against Team Spirit, as we see the lineup here again, players we're all familiar with: Sunset Lover, One Shot, Hiko, Sawo, Kid Bomba. I honestly feel like for RQ Hoshi, this is going to be a big test for them. Team Spirit is, like I said, they're mechanically gifted across the board. Again, Hiko, one of the youngest players in the competitive scene. I think he made a name for himself alone when he got like a Savage, one of the first Savages in M6, if I remember right. M6, yeah. And just in general, there's a lot of good talent here individually that makes Team Spirit such a solid lineup, a solid team, and even veterancy, man, with like Sawa and Sunset Lover here.
I think it's also
It's
the
2-0
chemistry
Team
that they have
Spirit.
built
Is that what
all
we
throughout
think?
these years. I think so far they have been together for 2 years now. most of them at
Mhm.
least. And even before M5, which happened 2023, or December 2023,
Votes are going to
which
RQ
was
right
the
now.
big breakout league or tournament for Kid Bomba. He has already played with Sawa for a long time, so there's a lot of chemistry going on in there. Well, for RQ Hoshi, this team has been successful before. They have not yet gotten a championship as these five, but they were able to represent Indonesia just a year ago. So that's Rins, Dyron, Setsujin, Toy, and Edok. Now it is true they have not made it to the playoffs of their league, of the Indonesian MPL League, just recently. And that is the first time, the very first time that this organization wasn't able to get into the playoffs. If there's one thing that we can say about this team is that they are strong. They have just struggled, but right now they have a new leader in town. I believe that Coach Pao from the Philippines,
Yep.
who used to coach RRQ Kaito,
Yep.
from the Philippines, is now part of the coaching staff. He's not the head coach just yet, but definitely there's a lot of impact in there. So we'll see if this changes, because I think as far as changes goes, that is the only big change that RQ Hoshi has undergone in the past few months. So maybe this is something
All
that
right, that feels.
can make
I had to drop the
RQ Hoshi fans
head
a little
support down to my
revisit.
lower back.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the effect of having Coach Pao, excuse me, having Coach Pao
Yeah.
in the
All right, just start
lineup
the series, guys.
is
Just
going
start the
to have.
series.
I know, yeah, he's been in you can call it the RQ ecosystem. He's been in the kingdom for a while, man. Like
Been in the kingdom for a
working
while.
with the MDL team, of course, RQ Kaido and everything, and I think Coach Pao's experience as a coach, I could say you could see the positive effect that he's had on a lot of the players out there, and especially the younger talent, right? But I'm also wondering, like,
My
you know,
vape's
how
almost
that-
dead.
I've always wondered, and maybe you have some
no
insight
good.
on this, Wolf, because I know you've interviewed a whole lot of, talent and coaches and staff, and I'm wondering how. Maybe if it's difficult at all, like where you have to go ahead and communicate with the players,
Mhm.
being from the Philippines. and
This
then he's
ends
working
by
with,
8. I still get a
Indonesian talents,
solid
and of course you're gonna have like a translator there, and
6
everything
hours of
else,
sleep before work.
a co-staff
Yeah.
there to help you out. But
9,
that's what
10,
I'm
11,
wondering,
12,
and
1, 2.
how difficult it is. I wish we had like some
Yeah.
documentary out there for some of the coaches that
Maybe,
jump
yeah.
to like different leagues, and then it's like they kind of talk about their experiences, and like because obviously not just a
Put it on
language
the
barrier, but,
podcast,
like,
Wolf.
building the trust like with
That's
these
right.
players who have
Yeah.
been playing for like a long time,
Yep.
and then that effect that Coach Powell would have here for this roster.
So but my quick answer to that is very, very difficult. It's a daunting task, and not everybody can actually overcome it, especially when the organization wants immediate results.
Yeah,
One of the main criticisms about Arkiyoshi is how quickly they cycle through their imports, be it from the coach, be it from the players, right?
yeah,
And we have learned along the way that in order to be successful as an import, you gotta have to put in a lot of time in there. That's why ONIC Esports, for example, have built their house around Kyrie and Coach Yeb. It wasn't that smooth in the first few weeks that they've had,
hmm
but eventually they got it because it was it was a lot of time that they had to do it. Same with Baloyski, for example, right? The first 2 seasons of Baloyski weren't that successful, and then come the third, they have already established their strength in that region.
right.
That can also be said with other regions. So immediately it's so difficult. And not only do you have to adjust with the language, you also have to adjust with the culture, because in every country there's a different culture. The way
Mhm.
that you handle your players in the Philippines will be totally different when it comes to handling them in Indonesia. Obviously there are cultural differences, there's religion as well. There's
You coming to
so many
M7
things
Rick?
that
Sorry, I
there's
just read.
so
I was
many
reading a post on
different
something, and
things
it
you
kind of
have to
made me
go
a
about.
little
So it's very difficult.
emotional.
And now I would say when it comes to the language barrier, it's definitely a big problem. However, I think it's
Coming for
different
M7
when
Trex. We
from
will
region to
see.
region,
That's
'cause
the
I feel
question
like
on everyone's
at least
mind.
in Western teams, they can speak English easier. They can understand English much easier. So you don't really have to change your language
Mhm.
because Westerners would just speak in English. But I think like if you're, case in point, Indonesia,
Yeah,
it's different. The imports that we have had to learn Bahasa Indo instead of the Indonesian players having to learn English.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So, fortunately, Indonesia it's a much Bahasa Indo is a much easier language to
Then Filipino.
Yeah, I would say
Oh.
yeah. A lot of people will agree with me. Actually, Philippines is one of the most difficult languages to learn.
Yeah, I can.
It's
I
actually
can.
pretty high up
I
there.
can speak on that, man. Took me.
14 years.
Give me
right?
the game, yo.
Nah, I mean, it took me quite a few years, not 14 years,
Yeah.
but it took me quite a few years
Yeah.
to obviously be able to understand and speak it. And
That's right.
yeah, that's one of the things that I've always wondered is, especially when that door opened for imports, which was. That would have been what? But I mean, 2022? Was it 2022? Like when imports really start. Like the first imports, at least for a player, was Kyrie and Coach Yev, right? Like I mean,
Yeah.
they were the people that started.
Just
the
killing
whole
time right
thing,
now,
I feel
guys.
Like, and and when you have that in consideration now, like you even have players being imported all over now. And it's not always Filipinos, but yeah, there's a lot of Philippine players, coaches that do go to different parts of the world. I know we spoke about Verso Time earlier, and I remember, the one of the teams that competed in that tournament, I think it was Cyber Hero. They actually had two Filipino players for their competition.
That's
you know,
Yeah.
and one of them was he was under the name Mark Teasy. He was actually from RQ Kaido, I think, the MDL team, and then they had Kimpoi from the old Blacklist International, right?
Yes, that's right.
And so you have a bunch of these players and coaches having these opportunities to jump around, I feel like, and put their impact, and which I've always been intrigued by and interested in, and how they're able to go ahead and make that happen. But I feel like that's nature, for a lot of Filipinos to kind of go across the globe and provide their talents and hard work that comes with it.
Yeah. And we can see that it will really
Finally time.
depend on how much time the organization puts into it.
Yeah.
Let's say. I gotta say, there has been like stories of instant success across some of the regions. You can even attribute the first championship of ONIC Indonesia with that. However, if you think about it, the players already for ONIC Indonesia were already really good and veterans in their own scene. But all I'm saying is that there were cases of where imports go to a team and organization and they become instant success, but it's only one out of the many failures of teams that invest in other nationalities. But I guess in the case of RRQ right now, they're going to be just focusing on their own squad, but just including one Filipino coach out there, one Filipino analyst at that.
Yeah.
Then I remember talking to Kid Bomba. They had a Filipino coach before, but they felt like they have gotten to a point where their own hard work can already make it work for them. You get my meaning, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it would help if there would be someone, but I think like they felt like they're already hardworking enough for whatever.
Just waiting on the
they
game,
do
guys.
to be successful. That's why.
Expect any news
that's why
about
they
NACT
are just focusing
2026?
themselves. I
Not
don't know if
quite
they
yet.
Actually got a different coach right now because I feel like they are. They're that kind of team where if there's an international tournament, at least they'll get someone to help them out when it comes to like planning and coaching. So I'm looking at their lineup right now because I felt like there wasn't. It's a their coach Cold Star and
Cold
Statsman.
Star.
Oops,
Oops
apparently
is the analyst,
were
I believe.
from
Yeah.
they're from the same region anyway. So yeah, they didn't get anyone from a different region.
Yeah, wasn't I can't remember right. It wasn't Team Spirit boot camping. Were they boot camping in Malaysia? Where were they boot camping? I feel like I heard that they were boot camping even
Oh.
before this.
Was it Malaysia? It might
Have been Malaysia. But I know that Team Spirit, also one of the teams that does a lot of time to prep. They go ahead and do a lot of things to make sure that they're prepped and ready for any of the tournaments that they're able to go ahead and compete in. And like I said, from the ECA region, they are that team that usually is the representative, and they've put in a lot of work, a lot of preparation for a lot of the international tournaments they go, and they relatively do pretty well. But one thing that really stood out from the tournaments over in their region previously, and I'm glad we get to see one of them later on for Games of the Future. Is like I said, more teams like Versotime, for example, have been getting more competitive. And when they get their opportunities to actually play against some of these stronger regions, they actually take games and series against them.
All right,
So
boys,
I
come
think,
on.
Again, this has been a region
What
that
up,
a lot of
Trex?
people have had
You with
their
Mirko?
eyes on,
No.
and yes, as
I'm just waiting for this game to
storied and
start.
historic
I don't think. I
RNG
think we'll do this series, and
it's
then
starting
we
to happen
probably
for the
go
UJ
night-night.
region, and Team Spirit is that team that's really the
And they're
forefront of a lot of
they're
that
lacking
stuff
right now.
happening, for that
Series
region
was supposed to
in
start
good light here.
Yeah.
Bit ago. They're
No,
killing
it
time.
Make me think, right, for Team Spirit, because
Like Bomba's having issues.
you know, whatever you just said kind of sparked some interest in me. Like, how are they actually keeping up with how strong the other regions are? Because I think that in their region, there's not a lot of tournaments is happening, and even the scene, the ranked scene, is not that as intense as you would say
Mm-hmm.
for Southeast Asia. I wonder how they kept their how they kept their talents intact, because I watched the way they played. They're really good. They can really match up against the teams in Southeast Asia, and I would assume that they are not having as much game from their own region. So maybe that's I actually am bewildered by how they managed to get so good from that region. Do you have any insights in that?
I don't have
you,
any. I don't have any
talked-
insights on it, but I'm just like I
Yeah.
know that they enjoy and I feel like they've gone to a couple different places for boot camping. But if I remember right too, like for Team Spirit specifically, I remember there was like an interview before, and I think they were talking to Kid Bomba, and they were like, "So, out of all the places you've boot camped, where's your favorite place to boot camp?" I think he said Malaysia. Like if I can recall correctly.
Oh,
And it was like a mix of things. Like I think they just liked the country, the hospitality that they receive there, the accommodations, of course the food. I think most people would really talk about the food in Malaysia. I know you and I have
I love it there.
quite a bit, yeah. But I think also just like maybe it's also to deal with like when they schedule the scrims and everything else, like they have a little bit of an easier time go ahead and scheduling those specifically in like Malaysia, not so much like and then maybe they just enjoy
What are we
the
waiting?
rank
I'm sorry, I'm
there
not
too,
talking much,
ranking
guys.
up and getting the grind in, but I think
We're
mostly
we're
it's that,
preserving energy for the games.
accessibility to
We're preserving
the
energy
scrims
right
and
now.
the scrim partners that they can give
That's it.
while they're out there, and
Yeah.
playing on that better, or I should say faster server than probably what they're used to over in their region.
Yeah, because
We're just waiting.
obviously their region is larger. I think generally teams would boot camp to Malaysia, mainly because of how easy it is to set up camp there. I think because the land area is quite bigger in a way, and there's a lot of like rooms to rent. Remember, again, if you're housing an entire team, you need a big house. Actually,
Would you live in Malaysia,
Uh,
Wolf?
would I live in Malaysia?
Would you live in Malaysia? There's Malaysians listening, so I mean,
Would.
Malaysians listening.
Yeah, I mean, all right. That's given that I will have a guaranteed job there, right?
you
So that's-
guaranteed job.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, no.
if,
I get what you mean.
if there's a way to actually live there,
Yeah.
I would. Dude. Oh my, dude, that got me scared. That guy, I thought it was. I was showing us a different thinker out there, but yeah.
It looks like they're just about ready. I know I saw the thumbs up come up earlier, but it looks like the players are just about there. I wonder, is it cold? Are those hot packs? Like, you know how most players usually
Oh,
have
yeah,
like
that is.
hand warmers, right? Like they usually have hand warmers. Like we're so used to seeing in the professional leagues that they have like the little hand warmers because usually the venues are pretty cold. And I noticed like majority of the players are wearing sweaters or they're like in long sleeves. So it's like, I wonder if they just ask for like hand packs or what, if they're going to put that
Yeah,
on
so,
their
okay.
hands.
Okay, now it kind of remind me. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you know what? I think that this is one of those classic hand warmers.
Is this the
Because
ones you stick
this
on
used
your
to be
hands?
the thing. yeah, you kind of shake it a little bit so that the friction will be there, because I think that the beads bounce off each other,
Oh yeah, I can see it.
scratch
Yeah,
against each other, and then it eventually becomes very hot, or not very hot, like enough to warm you up.
So
Yeah,
how much does
yeah,
this actually help players? I mean, you've
It-
worked
it
with a lot of
helps a lot.
players, so like how
Yeah.
I've never worn one myself, man.
Okay, so yeah, that was this was the thing before, and the thing is, it's quite expensive.
The hand
So
warmers
that's
are?
why, yeah, this one's, yeah, you should take a look at your local e-commerce app. Look for hand warmers,
Uh-huh.
and for sure, at one piece, it's not that expensive. You're probably gonna be okay with that. But imagine like 6 people right now. You're seeing right now every game.
Yeah.
Like that, so that cost will go up. That's why in the Philippines, or in most of the MPLs that we've seen, they're just given like what you call this, like ice packs, but instead of
It's hot
ice
water.
that they put
Yeah.
it there, they just put hot water in it. This one, you just have to like shake it a little bit. Or
Bro,
maybe
just
rub
give
it
me
off
the
and
game,
eventually-
bro.
Even Team
Just
Spirit
give me
won't
the
even know, man.
game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
I'm
see what you mean
scrolling
by
right
the
now.
price. Jeez.
Yeah, you looked at it, right? Yeah, it's not expensive like per piece, but
What is going
imagine
on?
How much you use it?
Hey, back in my
Eventually it's
day,
expensive.
we just did finger warm-ups, stretches. You
Yeah.
know, that
Yes.
you
Yes.
know the pointer finger thing. But I don't know if that applies here, but yeah, obviously you. I will say this: like, if you ever woke up, if you ever woke up in like a cold
You ever
room
been
and then
woke?
you tried to play MLBB, like your reaction time's gonna be slower, right? Like if your hands are freezing. Coach Powell needs one too, clearly, to go ahead and help him with the draft. It looks like as he's got his as well. But yeah, we should be just about ready to jump into the draft here. I believe everybody's in the lobby. It's just they're getting ready to go ahead and get in, and we'll be underway with this game here shortly.
Other series started already?
Dorms. Can't believe. But I wonder what will be the approach now for the teams that we have, because our Kyoshi are a team like they're that kind of team that will be experimental, especially with going up against Team Spirit, who probably does not know what they look like.
Killing
right
me,
now. Because
Smalls.
I think that we have not seen much of our Kyoshi since they didn't qualify to the playoffs. So that meant that their last game was what, October?
October, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So that's it's been a while. So
Whereas Team Spirit's last
Yeah.
game was
Just a week ago.
Just a week ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just a couple weeks ago or something like that. You know, and I don't know. I think a big, like I say, for a lot of people, it was like, well, this patch, you know, how's the patch going to affect any of this? And I think if we look at our first series alone, I don't know. Would you say it didn't change it too much? I mean, I know it's just like just one series, right? But you feel like it didn't change it too much?
yeah, I don't. I would say that it didn't change too much, because the teams that were successful in the past games that we've seen just played very standard. I think the only hero that was not considered at all, which was one of the staples, was Gatot Kacha. Imagine how much we've been picking Gatot Kacha. First picking Gatot Kacha, even. It's like first pick or first 2 picks. That's always the case for Gatot Kacha. Okay. I think, yeah, so I would say that there's nothing much I should expect from Gatot Kacha. I think that we are going to a very quick break for everyone out there. We are just sorting out some of the tech issues right now, but don't worry, we'll be back for RRQ Hoshi going up against Team Spirit in just quite a while. Don't go away, because Digital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi 2025.
Going on break? Going on break? Oh, Lord. What about this game?
In this
Something here?
lineup specifically of Mythic Seal.
Mhm.
But then again, you don't always. Not everyone has to be like super crazy on pressing the buttons, right? I think we saw that in like a podcast somewhere where shout out to Mr. Wolf, who's also casting. I think that was on his podcast
Mhm.
where sometimes you can just throw a guy onto an easy, relatively easier to use hero who relies more on decision making.
Mhm.
Something like Faramis, the Estes, the Rafaela, and then just maybe just command the game from that position, from that seat. And sometimes you would also get wins out of that. Historically, some of the top tier teams have actually gotten wins out of that. And finally, we're on the draft for game number 1.
All right, welcome to
Alright,
the draft.
fuck it, this is
For
what we're watching.
one, if we
Mythic
could get
Seal
anything
versus
from
Turkey.
maybe Aurora Philippines' performance earlier against Vamos, who, by the way, Aurora Philippines got to sweep Vamos earlier.
I'll
Some of
keep
the
Stream
picks
A
that
pulled up.
We're showing off here that are quite unique to me.
No,
are
Team
first,
Spirit was on the
EXP
stage. There was some
Lady
issues with.
Kylie.
It looked like there was some sort of issues
shown-
with.
oh, wait, excuse me. Is it?
Looked more like
no,
tech
they did
issues,
whip out
maybe.
the lead. Gonna have to double check which lane that was. There's one shared pick for Aurora that you need to look out for, and I think that has to be the Guinevere.
Oh no. Oh no, guys.
Guinevere was showed off by Aurora PH, earning him from the playstyle of Apex 47 in MSC 2025, and he's going to be very aggro. Then roamers such as the Cho, the Hilda, the Khalid look good for him.
Yeah, the Khalid is definitely a prime pick. I would not be surprised to see that Cho, honestly. But then again, that's why this game
I don't
is
know. We
such a
might call it.
treat for us
If
to
the
watch,
RQ
right?
game's gonna take that much longer, it's already
We're
7
not
a.m. I've been up
100%
since
sure
4
how
a.m.
Aurora Turkey has evolved.
Ooh, do we just call it for
after
the
that
night?
time. It's been like a few months already, right? So
Watch
I would
tomorrow
love
morning.
to see how
Watch
they
tomorrow night.
changed over the course of like the last 5 to 6 months. Did it improve? Did they become better? I'm pretty sure. But their play style, is it gonna be going that way? Like, will we see Angela going over the Rosa in these games as well to compensate?
Yeah, I think
I
we
don't
just.
know. That's why this is so
I
exciting.
think we just finish these games. We watch more tomorrow. Much love, guys. It's almost 8 a.m. It's 7:20 a.m. already for me. All for now. See you guys tomorrow. Deuces.